Okay, here we are again. So, intro has played. We'll wait a couple of minutes and then we'll get started. Which one is the top one? Okay. Cool. Game is cool. Marie's message in the chat is the company that she's working for being not cool. Let's take a look. Been lurking for the last 15 minutes, going to scream. This company is terrible at training. Genuinely feels like we're already being set up to fail. They're already talking about you being live, but you've gotten horrid training. Just asked for resources, and these idiots said they'd give us them at the end of the 2 to 3 weeks of training. How the fuck do we study if we don't have access to the material? That is a fantastic question, and I'm pretty sure if HR can't answer that, you need to get the fuck out of there. Just saying, like, if you're supposed to be training, but you can't train because they won't give you the training material, then that is a problem that they need to solve, and if they cannot, stop working for them. I know. I say that so flippantly, like you can just up and quit, and I know you just spent a whole bunch of time looking for another job, but like, yeah, that's not okay. That's absolutely negligent behavior on the part of your human resource department, your training department, all of that stuff. And I would be 100% not okay with it if I was in your shoes, so I understand, I feel your pain. Oh boy. Well, that's a trip and a half to start off. Let me take a drink, and then we'll try to think of nicer things like Sky Pirate Adventures for a little while. We'll engage in some escapism, shall we? Because if there's one thing that video games typically allow you to do, they typically allow you to engage in escapism, to break the doldrums of the modern world and come into a place where you can be whatever you want to be. In this case, the escapism is quite literally real because I'm breaking out of prison again. I'm going to set a new record at this rate for how many times I break out of prison in this game. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition. Last time, we went to get the Kot's treasure. Then Nazarad was attacked because Ramirez decided he wanted to take over, and we got captured, and we busted Aka out of a jail cell with a sexual predator, and we busted Fina out of a not really jail cell, a meeting room that was very barren. And today, we are practically at the hangar to get the hell out of here at this point. But I noticed something at the end of the stream last time that I didn't have the chance to check on. And that is, why the hell do Aka and Fina only have 107 and 86 defense? That's why, because those fuckers unequipped them, and the game never told me this. What the hell? I was like, wait a minute, something is not right here. I think I just hand the victory mail down to Aka. It's basically like the Nazar combat mail that she had before, except slightly better. It's even better than the fiber robe that she had at the moment. And then there's the maiden's armor, but we can give that to Fina, I think. So let's do that, and this. You had the lover's ring, I think. Yeah. So, don't worry, they admitted they had like 6 days of material and 2 days to cover it before they had to cover something else. That still leaves me with worries. I understand what you're saying, at least they admitted it, but like it still leaves me a little worried. Light coat or maidens? Oh, yeah, light coat, I think, because the hit and dodge. It's nice. And then you had the silver veil still, I think, for your will and your magic defense, right? The Slayer ring isn't too bad either, but I don't really need the extra hit or extra quick at the moment. I'd rather just have the will. I know we've basically had this accessory for Fina the entire game, but pretty soon, particularly once we are able to actually turn in our damn moonfish, we should be able to get some better stuff for everybody, so that should be good. Alright, now that train wreck was avoided, because if you go into the next boss fight like that, well, the next guy's gonna wreck your shit if you're fighting them as Aka or Fina, so yeah, it wouldn't have worked out too well. So Fina's still working on Crystallum, so let's stay on purple for now. Let's hope that the other guy that we're fighting is in the red element department. Vice, why don't you heal yourself? There we go. Alright, and now I'll save again. Just because it's easier than attempting to do all of that stuff again. There. Alright, now we can continue after that sequence of unfortunate events that the game didn't tell me about. Elevator go up? Looks like a service elevator. What's the service? Death! I think I do that joke like in a lot of the boss fights. I've done it at least in the last couple of boss fights. What is this? Death. So that's fun. It's a tank! I'm fighting a tank! Okay, well, we'll see what we can do, but it is red element. Perfect. Couldn't be much better if we tried. Alright, we're gonna have to get some glyphs of might pretty soon, because we're starting to run out a little bit here. But we'll figure that out later. And everybody buff up.
Let's try this.
And then after that, we'll go from there. By the way, there is a point in the game where it becomes less efficient to use glyphs of might on the first turn, because eventually you'll have enough SP at the start of a fight to use Incremus, which is the highest level red element spell, and it gives your whole party Incrum. The problem is you have to wait until you have 16 SP at the start of battle to do that, because Incremus costs 16 SP to use, aka 4 times what it costs to use regular old Incrum. So, yeah, you won't have that until you're like in the 60s, I think, and I don't think we're going to get to that point. Ow. So, we'll just not do that. Okay, so let's do a Cutlass Fury. Probably... You've got Crystallum, so you can do this. Oh, no, you can't. You can use the Crystal as box, because we don't have enough to do multiple things there. You can use a Saker's Crystal on Vice, though. That seems like a good idea. And then help me out there, Gilder. Do some gunslinging. Get some damage off this turn. When do we get the filler arc where Vice needs another scope? That is a good question. We'll see. This little section here is kind of the in-between from all of the Moon Crystal hunting, so maybe there will be another filler arc. I mean, technically speaking, once you get back out on the world map, there's a lot more areas open after this is done, so, you know. Yeah, no, don't risk the Eternal Box. It's okay. I have faith. See? My faith was not unfounded. It's still here. Oh, that's funny. I don't know how long this damn thing's gonna last, but it's still here. This box, I think at this point we have to just keep it. Like, maybe I'll, like, try using it once per episode or something, but I think at this point we just have to keep it because of how, like, ridiculous it is at this point that we've held on to it so long. Okay, so Gunslinger, or do I have Vice do something else? He's probably going to Wheel Blast this turn. Will they target Vice, though? That's a question. I don't know the answer. I'm just going to Cutlass Fury, actually. We'll start sticking healing salves on everybody else. That should work out pretty good, especially Aka and Fina. They're the ones that are mainly going to need it. So, but, yeah, let's have Gilder do it, too. Get it on Vice, because he's already taken damage. Yeah, this is a fucking meme. It's ridiculous. I don't understand. Like, this is not a TAS. I shouldn't be able to keep this crystal as box so many times. And at this point, I don't even know what the percentage chance of me keeping it for, like, what are we at? 38 uses? 39? I can't even tell. We're practically at 40 uses at this point, and that thing's supposed to last, like, 15. Like, what are the odds? It's so ridiculous. Hey, Amarella, how's it going? Welcome back. Yes, we will stab him, and we will stab him a lot, because it's a tank, so it's going to take quite a few stabs to break through that armor. So we'll do the best we can. Oh, good, it's on Gilder, aka the one person I didn't put a healing salve on. Might hit Aka, too, actually. Charge! Nope. Okay, that's fine. We'll stick one on him next turn. just so you can top off a little bit. I could buy a lotto ticket. At this point, I probably should, considering the kind of luck that I've had. I don't know. It's hard to buy lotto tickets where I live because a lot of them are available at like convenience stores, and they get robbed like once a day. So I don't really want. And there's like panhandlers outside all the time, so I don't really want to like risk it, you know. I'd rather stay home. Fina, once you get Crystalum, I think you'll be more of an attacking element person. But I mean, I guess Crystallis would do pretty good for us. So. Don't want Gilder to... No, he's got like... Yeah, he's still got like 1800 HP. He's okay. And, yeah, let's have him do Gunslinger since he didn't get to do it last turn.
Give me strength.
Let's see the damage. Okay, I mean, that's not bad from Aka. She hasn't really gotten any will increases at all, so... Fina will probably hit a little harder in that department. So yeah, I mean, it's about as much as Vice is hitting for physically, which is not bad. Aka can't do that kind of damage with her physical attacks, so I'll take it.
Come on. Dance for me.
Do some wheelies! I can't see a tank dancing any other way other than doing some wheelies or something. Bonk. Alright, well, we're in good shape. We got our regens up, we got our Incrums up. By the way, I'm liberally abusing getting Incrum and regen up at this point in the game because you can abuse it, because the enemies don't have, like, access to Drill Nose or access to a Dispelling ability. Late in the game, they have access to Dispelling abilities and Drill Nose, which would basically give us the weak status or dispel all of our buffs. So I want to use them now while we still have the chance to, you know? So... I might heal Gilder. Yeah, let's toss a Sacred Crystal and let Fina do a little bit of damage. There we go.
Let's try this.
We've seen 5 party members. If you know your JRPGs, we'll get someone else. Is it Clara? That's a thought. Might be Clara. Well, we'll see pretty soon. Actually, it's well, it depends on what we take out of here. I actually kind of mentioned it in the description on the YouTube video that was the alert for this, but I said, well, we could just find a skiff to go back to the Claudia, but if we find something more valuable, it might be in our best interest to just take it. And if it's, like, a really good ship, well, then it's even better. Might as well take it. But if we have 2 ships, well, Gilder will be on the Claudia and we'll be on the other one, so... You know, how would that work out? But we'll see. Why am I getting a Chrono Cross vibe from this boss? I'm pretty sure there is a boss in Chrono Cross where it's a tank, but I think the dwarves are in that tank. I don't think it's like humans. I don't know, maybe I'm just spitballing. Why don't you use... Yeah, just use Sakri on Gilder, that works okay. We don't need much healing at this point. Bonk him with the pan. Get a pan kill. What is this fucking counter rate in this game? I think... I'm not sure if the tank has a higher chance of countering. Some enemies do have a higher chance of countering, so maybe that's what it is. But yeah, the counter rate in this game, it's higher when you're guarding, and it's 100% when you're using stuff like Counter-Strike or Skull Shield, but... I don't know. It's not terribly high normally. It's probably like 30%, something like that at base. 25%.
We did it!
Alright, well, we got the tank. That's good. It's the design, you see it too, yeah. It's a lot of tanks that are bosses look very similar to that one, I guess. It looks very Valuan, but it also looks very similar to other tanks I've seen in video games, so that's probably what it is. Nice gold amount, though. That's pretty good. And some 4 magic EXP, so that should definitely get Fina up to the point where she can get... Yeah, she should get Crystalum right away from that, so that's good. Perfect. And we get 5 Rizalum crystals for beating that boss, so now we don't need to use the Rizalum boxes, we can just use those crystals. They do the same thing as the Rizalum spell, but they're one-time use, unlike the box. So I'll probably still use the box, just because, so... Uh-oh. It's the Intruder Alert from Sonic Adventure 2! Yeah, we should probably leave. A gallant voice? Who could that be? Well, I think if we stay here, we're gonna be stuck with the guards, so it's probably in our best interest to get on, so... Yeah, what's the worst that could possibly happen? Besides, this might actually lead outside, which would give us a distinct advantage, because then we're closer to the exit, so... Let's go, everybody! Yeah, revive gems for the low-level speedrun, exactly. Hey, there's Enrique!
Hail.
You did want to chat with us, didn't you? So... He is, yeah. What are you doing here? Well, yeah, I mean, we want to leave, so that's why. Is he taking us to the docks? That's a good question. But yeah, if we go back, we're going to end up getting stuck with a bunch of guards, so we should probably just follow him. See, as players, we know, okay, he's probably trustworthy because we've seen him argue with his mother about Valua's methods being wrong, but Vice and crew have never seen him talk like that to her, so they're probably kind of on the fence about it. Is this a ship? This looks like, yeah, I mean, this looks like a bridge, and there's the steering wheel right there, so... Yeah, what kind of a ship? The Delphinus. Holy shit. That is... Yeah, that is the newest member of the Armada. It's practically the biggest. Look at this monster. So you're telling me that your new ship is basically... It has the strengths of every ship we've ever seen with none of their weaknesses. Uh-huh. Yeah, amazing doesn't even start, Vice. Oh, okay. So this is the test run, huh? Are you going to take a test run with us on board? Yeah. And I'll bet you're objecting to that, aren't you? It does look very modern, doesn't it? It even has one of these wheels that determines the depth. Like, they use that to determine depth, I think, on submarines, if I remember right. That wheel next to Gilder there. Yeah, I mean, considering the rest of us are practically in toy wooden boats by comparison to this thing. This thing's a Leviathan. That is a fair point. Yeah, I mean, maybe he just has your track record, Gilder. He's just the value and version of you. He's helping you because his mom's a bitch and he doesn't agree with her. Yeah, basically. Yeah. That's the gist of it, yeah. His mom won't listen to him, so now he will show her why she's wrong. Am I correct? Oh, okay. You do realize we're basically taking you prisoner by doing that, right? Is that gonna be okay? Like, that's not gonna cause, like, a commotion where Valua rallies behind the Empress because of nationalistic tendencies, right? Well, yeah, they have. I mean, I suppose you could vaguely make the distinction that you're partially responsible. I'm not entirely sure that's your fault, but I guess if you can fix it, it would be better. So you'll convince them by action. Fair enough. Alright then, well... I guess we'll take you with us, even if it's not... Yeah, I was going to say, that's how it's going to look, but... Yeah, I think it's worth it. I can see that you've struggled with this, literally, because I've seen you in 2 cutscenes struggling with this with your mom, but... Yeah, you can come with us. Yeah, so you're going to have to be a Blue Rogue now. We're inducting you into the Pirate Hall of Fame, Enrique. I hope that you don't mind. Very good. Very good, very good. Yeah, probably a good idea to properly introduce yourself. Well, all's well that ends well. More party members. And with a ship this size, we're going to need a large crew to run everything, because I don't think we're going to be able to run this whole thing with just the 5 of us. That's talking crazy. It's true, but there are still a few crystals out there. As long as they don't have all of them, we're okay. Oh, or Enrique could just steal them and take them with him. He's a little scamp, isn't he? That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, that would be doing us a pretty big solid, yeah. Nationalism sucks, but it exists, yeah. See Senator Armstrong's speech to know, know how nationalism affects the population. It's a reference point. Since they were cut off, would that be thumbnail worthy? I mean, maybe. Perhaps. I would have to go back and look at the footage. I'll look at the footage and we'll see what it is. What are you talking about? Can't you drive the Cyclops in Subnautica solo despite it being recommended to have a 3-man crew? That is a fair question because I've never played Subnautica, so maybe? This game goes for the more realistic route and says, you can technically drive the ship with just the 5 of you, but it might be a good idea to get a crew. So. Yeah, he does have a few of those tendencies, doesn't he? Gentlemen and Aka and Fina, start your engines! Alright, but we got the red and green moon crystal back. Again, we really, as long as Valua didn't have all of them, we were fine, but I mean, hey, if Enrique's gonna steal them for us, that's just fantastic. Whatever. I'll take it. Alright, Vice, let's see what this bad boy can do, or bad girl. I think usually when they're, like, larger like this, I think they're referred to as female, so we'll just go with that. See what this girl can do. That is a lot of articulating cannons, holy hell. Tilder, you're stranded on a planet that's mostly water, and the Cyclops is a giant-ass submersible, and the AI literally said it's designed for a 3-man crew as you 3D print it, and then you run it by yourself. Well. Too bad you're alone, and you have no fucking choice but to sail solo. Yeah, that could cause a few problems. So do you have to, like, make sure that the sub is, like, seaworthy while you're in the process of doing whatever else you do in the game, or is that, like, the main game draw? It's like, hey, you're in this submarine. Make sure it works. Alright, well, let's take this baby through its paces a little bit. Want to test out the weaponry on the wall, Vice? Hard to, port, I think, is left, and starboard is right. I don't know nautical terms. You'd think with a game like this I would, but no, I don't. Because I don't think they really refer to that stuff. Oh yeah, that's a fair point, actually. Yeah, if we take a look at the cannon spot there. Yep, there you go. Alright, so we just gotta blast through the wall. Cool. Let's give it a shot. Literally. Yes, sail, repair damage, put out fires, etc. It's all on you to do. Great. What in the goddamn... Is that like an anti-aircraft... I mean, I guess it would be an anti-aircraft gun because everybody sails in the air, so... What is it? Oh, the Moonstone Cannon. Okay, yeah, we did actually see that. We were on the receiving end of the prototype Moonstone Cannon when we fought the Loco and the Chameleon back in Exataka. He's made a few upgrades to it because it's basically Red Ray now. Like, you remember Recumen using Red Ray on us? It's basically that. So... Oh, well, that's just great. Not only did we rob one of their newest ships, we also robbed their most powerful gun in the entire armada. This is like all strength, no weakness. What's like that's distilled down here. And yeah, it's basically like the harpoon cannon was for the Little Jack, except, well, it's concentrated laser energy. So, unfortunately, if I remember right, yeah, it takes 20 spirit points to fire the Moonstone Cannon, so we're going to want to just basically guard and focus this first turn, and then we can fire it next turn. So that's what we'll go do. Hell, I might even use some Appa Wax just to see what kind of power we can get out of this damn thing. So, also we have 44,000 HP now, so, yeah, so battles are going to get a little more HP intensive now when it comes to airship battles because, well, we have so much more. I have, like, triple the amount of HP we had on the Little Jack, so Yeah. That is a fucking rail cannon. They plan on making a fleet of those, yes, and now you see why we stole it, because if we have it, they can't use it as a model to get the other cannons done. They'd have to make them from scratch, which will take a lot longer, because, I mean, look at how long it's taken them to make this one. It's a fucking F-22. The Air Force stopped making them because it cost too much, so they made the F-35 instead. Oh, there you go. That makes sense. Excuse me. But yeah, so that would have taken the HP of the Little Jack down by about 1/5 of its health bar from maximum, and that was while I was guarding. So I think that was while I was guarding anyway. I wasn't paying too much attention, but yeah, we have a little more HP now to survive blows like that. But it means that things will hit harder, so you may actually have to guard in order to do any of that stuff. All right, let's take her around, and then we'll fire off the Moonstone Cannon. And I don't think you really have to do anything else after this. I might use my last repair kit just to get the HP up a little bit and to get rid of it, you know. But other than that, I think we're actually... Let me have Aka do this. And then you can do that. And then you also guard. There we go. Does this mean that the training wheels are off? Yes. Yeah, now the training wheels are off, and you're actually going to have to strategize a little bit in most of the ship battles, unlike before, where you could just guard and be fine. So, we'll see. But first, let's take this baby through its paces. Egg cannon ready? Fire! Sorry, I couldn't help myself. And yes, the cannon is so powerful that it ends the battle immediately. You don't have to watch the HP go down, nothing. It just blows a hole in the damn thing. Oh, boy. Oh, and we got some gear grease out of that, so that's nice. I'd skip that really quickly, but... Meanwhile, outside... Yeah, that'll do it. Take us through, number one. Should we radio the Claudia to make sure they don't blow us out of the sky while we're doing this? Yeah, chill out there, Eggman. Oh, boy. Well, I guess it took a value in weapon to break a value in weapon. So. I mean, I could take her for a twist and shout if you want, killed her. But yeah, so now that this little arc is over, we can actually start our search for the moon crystals once we get to it. We'll explore the ship a little bit, and then after that we'll get... Well, we won't get immediately back to getting moon crystals because there's some side questy stuff to do, including another fight with Piastol and all the moonfish we have to turn in, so we'll probably go do that. Or should I wait to do the Piastol fight until after I go to the next town? I might do that because there's 2 more moonfish to get, so we'll see. Don't you have 2/3 of the moon crystals left? Yeah, so we've got blue, purple, yellow, and silver to get. Still, so does that mean we aren't half done? No, we're over the halfway point at this point. We're probably about 60% of the way done with the game. The way that it works, basically, is because Valua has the yellow crystal, and the silver crystal is quite literally the end game. Like, normally games are like, okay, you got all the MacGuffins, but now they're going to come out with something weird, and there's a final chapter where you have to do some stuff. Also, Clara's here. Hi. In this game, once you get the silver crystal, that's also the end of the game, basically. So, of course, there's, you know, a final dungeon and final boss involved in getting it, but yeah. So we're over the halfway point. Anyway, we escaped from the Grand Fortress a second time, and yeah, we've got everybody's together again. But yeah, Clara's a little more happy than any of the rest of us. I mean, that's just how it works, isn't it, Gilder? Especially once you get tied down. Well, save that for your wedding day. I mean, who do we think is going to be the captain of this ship? Well, fair enough, yeah, you'd have to get your air legs first, your quote-unquote sea legs. I mean, I like driving, but I guess I could be the captain. Well, fair enough. I mean, I'll do my best. And to be fair, I've made pretty much every proper swashbuckling decision in this game, like all the ones that give you the little jingle when you make the right choice. Yeah, I'll do it. I don't even have to think about that one. It's true. We did mention that, I think, like way back at the beginning of the game, so only appropriate that it happens now. Oh, yeah, we do, because we don't... Yeah, we don't want to be running value in colors or flying value in colors anymore. Same. Sounds like a plan, then. Let's figure that out, then. Okay. I mean, we could... Yeah, we'll just run it by you and you can see what's going on afterwards. Be a nice little group activity. Fun bonding experience. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea, because we did just, yeah, get this ship, so... Also a good point, yeah, because if there's something that's not running right, we're going to want to know before we get into a fight. Yeah, SA2 in a nutshell, pretty much, yeah. Gilder, what has she done to make you not like her this much? Is it just her being clingy? Yeah, he likes it when they play hard to get, basically. Like, kind of like Vigoro, except less intense. And less of a, you know, pedophile. Oh, man. Anyway. Yeah, so once we're done exploring the ship... Now, you could just talk straight to Gilder and get this over with. But if you do that, you're going to be missing out on a couple of things that you can go look for. Like, for example... Hello? Who's in here? Marco? How the hell did you get in here? Yeah, you could say the same to you. How did you get into the most powerful ship in the Armada from Blower's City? Okay. Okay, well, I mean, you do know how to get through all the sewers, so I would imagine, yeah, you would know how to sneak on board. He's pretty good. Yeah, he doesn't seem like a... Yeah. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. How in the goddamn... Yeah. It's like Benny when you find him in the Vegas Strip in Fallout New Vegas. He's like, his first words, I think, are exactly, "What in the goddamn?" You have several words, but none are appropriate. Oh boy. Well, I guess that's fair. And yeah, Marco actually will go travel with us. He's not going to be a party member, but basically, you'll only ever have 4 party members with you. But... yeah, he's going to be one of our crew members. You can recruit a total of 22 crew members in this game, but you can only ever have 11 running things, so... And there are different posts for each one. As you can see here, Marco is considered a sailor, so he'll just do general stuff for us. All of the recruitments that you can make for crew members in the game actually function for a particular reason in ship battles as well. They'll give you passive stats, or you can use them to heal yourself, or get yourself extra SP, buff your stats, that sort of thing, so... It's an interesting system. I actually kind of like it. And we'll talk more about it as we get more crew members. There's also a moonberry over here, so that's kind of nice. Do we have enough for Fina's next thing? No? Let's see. We have 2. Do I want to get it, though? It wouldn't be a bad idea. No, you know what? I think I'm gonna hang on to him actually, because we only need 1 more to get Vice's ultimate attack. So let's hang on to him. I have my own ship seat now. Like I can look out like Picard at my entire crew as they run things. That's fantastic. Yeah, he'll learn. He's got some spunk, so he'll figure things out. I think actually you can set your crew members as well from the Delphinus's menu here. Also, it's worth like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 million gold. This Delphinus is. So now we can never sell it, but it's worth 10 million gold, so that's fun. We don't really have any of our secondary stuff though, because they were still equipped on the Little Jack, I think, when we left. So we'll just stick with the prototype cannons for now. These are all better than the stuff that we had before anyway, so... And then I think we've still got... Yeah, we've still got this stuff, though, because this came off of the ship when we left the Little Jack. Apparently, Drachma just decided to give these to us, so that's cool. You know what? That's at the top of the list, so let's just stick that there. And there we go. So she's not, like, the most powerful ship ever. She's still got a little bit less defense than I'd like, but we'll get there. No big deal. But let's keep taking a look around. We'll see what we can find out here. Are we going to go look for the white whale at any time? We probably should, considering, you know, Drachma probably, like, got dragged along with it, unless the harpoon cannon broke off or something when Ramirez was attacking the little Jack, so... We should at least try to go see if he's alive, I think. Alright, let's see here. Is this a chest back here? No, this might be up here, though. Ah, emergency supplies. Okay, fair enough. What's going on, Enrique? Excuse me. Yeah, so once we recruit a lookout, which is another type of crew member you can find, they'll be up here and they'll be monitoring things. And it's actually kind of cool because you can see your crew growing in size as you recruit them over the course of the game by going to the bridge. That's one of the reasons why I didn't really go to the bridge when we were on the Little Jack, is because there were no crew members to look for. But now, with the Delphinus, with all the crew members we're going to recruit, we'll be able to come here and see our crew actually organically growing as we recruit them. So, it's kind of cool. I enjoy it. It's an interesting gameplay system. Is it a super boss or a plot boss? That is a fair question, and I am not inclined to answer at the moment. I will tell you soon, though. Well, maybe not soon. Closer to, like, near the end game, actually. Ah, this is a snazzy place. What is this place? Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you're on this and it feels like a warship, you know? Let's just go sailing away instead. Aka's down there. We'll go see what she's up to. I think the majority of your crew members hang out here. So, Aka's here for now. Well, since it's got a kitchen, that means we're going to need to hire a cook. So yeah, they'll hang out over here once you hire a cook. But we can't go in the kitchen ourselves, so there you go. I think this platform can be used for, like... I feel like there's something that's like a decoration item that you can stick there. But I don't remember. Yeah, a ballroom? What the fuck? Apparently he was planning on hosting parties on this Armada ship. I don't know, maybe that's important to Valuan citizens. I feel like there's a lot of Valuan culture, especially in the upper city, that we just don't know anything about yet. Swabbing the deck, Marco? How you doing? Well, good, that's the idea. If I remember right, there's either a cham or a moonfish out here. I think a cham, specifically. Oop, yep. I can hear Cooper. There it is. So we'll feed that to Cupel in a moment. Fina, how's the view? Yep, that's the idea. And I think that's it, basically, for the tour. So, really, it's just the Moonberry, Marco, and then the Cham that's out there that you want to go grab. So, no, not Cham. I should probably sell those so I don't accidentally feed them to Cupel and then have to do all this shit over again. I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'll do it later. In any case, we have a ton of stuff to sell, and we got to go heal at some point, but we got to actually get there first, so let's finish looking around, and then we'll be good. I think that's it, though, for the ship. I think we've seen everything on the bridge. It's not a humongous thing. Like, you'd expect it because it's such a gigantic ship that there'd be a huge, like, area to go through, but honestly, I feel like that would be a little too intimidating if there was a lot of area to explore. So they kind of confined it to a smaller space to make it a little easier for you to find everybody if you want to go talk to people, you know. This is to the lookout. Yeah, so we can go back. That's a kitchen? It looks like a fully stocked bar. Yeah, it probably is. I mean, you know pirates, they're going to need their grog. Love how chams are just radioactive chams. Yeah, they pretty much are. I'm pretty sure it says in their description that they've been exposed to moonstone radiation. Let's go see. Hang on. Oops. Yeah, a contaminated form of cham. So they don't say it directly, but yeah, it's a radioactive cham. So, well, Gilder, I've seen the ship, so all right. Yeah, I've pretty much seen everything I wanted to, at least for now. So, What's up, Gilder? Also, where did Clara go? Did she return to her ship, or did she go back to the Claudia? Oh, okay. Yeah, so now that we have our own gigantic warship, kind of hinted at this a few minutes ago, Gilder has his own ship, the Claudia, so obviously he's got to go and be with his crew, so he's going to head out there, which probably clues you in as to who's going to be the fourth party member at this point. And also, he needs to get away from Clara so that he can, you know, be a party boy again. I was gonna say, that's a pretty good face he's got there. That's a pretty good expression and reaction. Like, I mean, their faces are painted on in this game, but I still think they do a pretty good job of showing the characters' expressions. So, yeah, it's been fun having you around, especially for all the treasure hunting we did. Haven't had a chance to do that in a while. So what's the advice, Gilder? Yeah, so like I was saying, we're going to want to get a crew for this ship. We got one because we got Marco, but... yeah, and there are specific things that people can do. There's the lookout, there's the sailors there. We're going to need a cannoneer. There's a whole bunch of different jobs that you can get, so we'll take care of that. Yeah, watchman, a cook, a gunner. I think you can also get somebody that's like a tradesman, so you can have them basically being like, well, we'll restock supplies when we're in port, so, you know. For a Dreamcast game, this actually looks pretty good. Yeah, they did a pretty good job with it. I think they really pushed the system to its limits, and it still retains most of that graphical fidelity, even on the smaller GameCube disc, probably because even though it's a smaller disc, there's more, you know, a decent amount of space on that disc, so... yeah, sounds like a plan. I will do that, Gilder. And there's a few crew members that you can actually recruit right now after you leave this area, so... and we're going to need, yeah, a base of operations so that we can, you know, return home. And unfortunately, it can't be Pirate Isle because, well, one, our dad already has his base there, and two, this ship is bigger than Pirate Isle horizontally, so... you want me to turn a deserted island into my base of operations? Alright, well, fair enough. It's going to take a little bit of doing. I should probably recruit a few people first before we go back there. Yeah, well, that's fair. We haven't even turned of age yet. Vice is still 17, so... and he's done all this shit. Can you imagine what he's going to do after all this? Yeah, uh-huh. A little crazy? I mean, most people would say that I border on insanity considering the things that we've done. Well, I guess that's fair. It is a decent quality to have in a person, and it's one of those qualities that people look to in a captain, which is why it made so much sense that everybody was like, yeah, Vice can be the captain. So. Well, actually, you're not wrong, because this ship can go places that the Little Jack and the Claudia definitely could not, so... that's also true, because I'm pretty sure now that we have the Delphinus, we can actually start running into some of the gigantic monsters, which are basically like ship super boss battles. I don't think we're prepared for them yet, but hey, they're there, so... uh-oh, Clara's looking for you again. You better go quick, man. Alright, bye. This is one of the reasons, by the way, why I didn't really equip Gilder with anything for now. His equipment is good enough for the time that he's with you, and later on, when we get him back, later, like way later in the game, it'll be a little easier to equip him, because then his stuff will be completely obsolete, you know. Well, I'm glad to hear that you had so much fun. Thanks, Gilder. Wow, he got away really quick by the skin of his teeth there. What's up, Clara? He's playing hard to get again, so... yeah. Good luck. Alright, well, have fun. Yeah, probably. I mean, you just got the most powerful ship in the world. If anybody needs luck, you're gonna need to pass a little bit on to Gilder. Alright, Delphinus, you and me, let's go find some people to recruit. I can think of a few people right off the bat that I know that I should go recruit. Yeah, quite a ship is an understatement. Now, like he said, we could go to Crescent Isle so that we can finish the next section of the game. Actually, it might even take you there. But yeah, so it kind of, there's no real fanfare for it. But Enrique is our next fourth party member that you can get. I was going to say third fourth party member, but that doesn't really make sense. So Drachma was one, then Gilder, and now Enrique. And he's, like I said, his attacks are kind of similar to his regular physical attacks, are kind of similar to like Eika's, but his super moves are closer to Vice's in that they all single target. So there you go. Oh, it hasn't? Okay, so what do we got? Oh. Okay, so we need to get that upgrade then in order to do that, so should we just go buy some ship supplies then? And yeah, the sky rifts, which are those clouds that have been kind of blocking our passage on the left and right of the ship routes so far, once we get the engine output settings adjusted properly, we can fly through those, so that's just great. Alright, well, let's go see what we can do. And they put you directly next to Sailor's Island right away so that you can dock here and go find Doc and get the moonfish put away, so let's do that while we're thinking about it. Because we got like 7 or something like that at this point that we need to go give, so. Hey guys, long time no see. I have, caught quite a few moonfish, so let's give Maria's bird some more of them. I almost want to say, there you go, little guy, but no, he's not a little guy anymore. He's gonna be a giant guy pretty soon. Yeah, fish! Alright, let's see what we got on our list of rewards for the day. Here's the female armor. I think that's a little worse than the stuff that you could have had at this point. I mean, you could have sailed all the way back through South Ocean if you really wanted to get it when we got that moonfish back in Ixataka, but no, I don't think I'd want to do that. Hey, Lifeblood, how's it going? Welcome back. Yeah, we got a fancy new ship. We stole it from the Valuan Harbor when we were escaping from prison. Again. So, yeah, and now we can actually feed all the moonfish that we got over the course of the past quite a long time to Maria's bird, so we're going to do that. Yeah, female armor, sure game, just like the Lady Blade and Fire Emblem. I remember the Lady Blade or the Lady Sword, yeah. That was a pretty good weapon, all things considered. You could even use it in the end game, practically, even though it was E rank. Here we get a white map, by the way, which allows you... It gives you a higher chance to run from fights, and it actually lowers the encounter rate. So if you want to use it for that, that's probably not a bad idea. And for us, it might not be bad either, because we're already a little over-leveled, so... Yeah. There is also a black map that you can get, which is basically the opposite of the white map. It makes it so you can't run away from fights, and it increases the encounter rate. But in exchange for that, it also makes it a lot harder for other enemies to run away from fights. So if you want to grind out some experience or gold on loopers, let's say, if you get a black map, you can equip it. I think it's Vice exclusive, these maps, so you equip it, and then the loopers have a hard time running away. The only problem with the black map is that you have to get it as a drop from a looper. All loopers can drop it, but it's a very rare chance, so it's not as practical for our purposes. So please, you don't want to rewrite now. Female armor, aka chainmail bra and chainmail underwear. Don't want to rewrite now. You know it's true. You could, but you shouldn't have to in FE12 at least, yeah. I forget who I think I might have used it for late game in FE12, but I think it was like a secondary weapon for like the person that I was having use like the super powerful lance in the game. Is that the Gradavis? I forget. It's been a little while. And we got 30 Romuhai fish and 30 gruel, so that's kind of a crap reward, but hey, whatever. Some of those fish sell for a decent chunk of money, though. I think the gruel sell for, like... I don't know exactly how much, but... more than, like, 2 or 3 or 5 gold. Oh, he's metamorphosing again. Everybody back up! He's gonna blow! He got fatter. Great. Yeah, something like that. Maybe his little cowlick became something different. Yeah, it looks like its cowlick is longer. And now, what did we get this time? The Warrior's Heart. That's actually a really good accessory. We're starting to get into the good stuff now, so. You had too many sages, so you didn't have to use the sword in your second run. Okay, there you go, yeah. Anyway, Mono, I hope you're not proud of the title of the last part. No, I mean, it just seemed appropriate, but I was like, oh, whatever. It's fine. They don't all have to be the best title that I've ever given to a video, which is that one Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction video, where we infiltrated the most powerful computer in the universe, and it was inside of a pirate base, and so I named the episode Googleplex in the Pirate Bay, and I will never name an episode anything better than that ever again in my entire lifetime. That it was a stroke of fucking genius. And there will never be an episode named better than that one. So, no, that's my best work yet. But, yeah, the last one was just like a whatever. It was a throwaway one, so. Run 1 was male Chris, and Run 2 is female. Okay, gotcha. Empire Strikes Back, really? Hey, they did. They struck back. We hit them where it hurts, and then they hit us, so it just made sense. And you learn that Chris is a gremlin. Yeah, Chris is a bit of a gremlin, aren't they? Half expecting to turn it into some sort of dragon thing, you've reached your peak long ago. You're probably correct. I am over the hump when it comes to, like, age, like, biology speaking. Once you hit 28, it's over. Everything starts going. So, your testosterone starts going down, your energy starts going down, and it doesn't go down fast until you hit 40, and then it starts really going down, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm at 31, but, you know. I don't think you were around for my peak, though, Lifeblood, so I'm not sure if you can say that I've reached my peak long ago, because, I mean, as far as I'm aware, you've been here for a little while, but, I mean, it's not like it's been with Marie and I, where Marie's been there since, like, what, 2011? Or something like that, so. Marie would be the one, if anybody in the chat would be the one to tell us if I've hit my peak yet or not, when it comes to entertainment. What do we get this time? The Ancient Bracer. That's actually an upgrade to the Warrior's Rune, if I recall correctly, so we'll probably pass the Warrior's Rune down to Enrique. But we still have more Moonfish, so let's keep feeding. Excuse me. Sorry, Chris is a gremlin when the writers decide to let Chris have character, like, damn, those supports with Fina. Yeah. For sure, Chris's supports with a few of the cast members. Like, sometimes it's just kind of generic stuff, but for a few of the cast members, it's a little less generic. Oh, peak on the title giving? Yeah, I mean, you're probably right about that one, because I have to come up with a lot more titles for videos nowadays than I used to, because I stream 3 times a week, so I have to come up with 3 titles per week, and sometimes it's hard to just, like, come up with stuff on the spot that's so, like, appropriate for the situation, you know? So, we got a Magilex idol from that one, and that is, I think, just an item we can sell, which means we're going to have even more money pretty soon, so. You're welcome, Maria. Your bird's getting pretty big. Look, he's bigger than you now. I don't know how he's not knocking somebody over with that damn cowlick. Good lord. Yeah, we'll do that. Then your bird can grow up big and strong. Well, I'm glad she's breaking out of her shell a little bit. You're welcome. Yeah, let's turn off the waterworks, Doc. You gotta be strong for your daughter surrogate. Oh boy. The ones with Fina are fucking glorious. It shows that Chris is ingenious at times. Outside of I have to train! Yeah, that is mostly Chris's character in FE12, is training. Another thing, you've been reminded that these rabbits are a thing. Oh god, those things. You know, white, crazy, and screaming. Are those the things from Rayman? The ones that, like, became more popular than Rayman for some reason? I forget. I don't really have a frame of reference for them, because that was like... It was at that sort of in-between time where it was like, I was interested in Rayman when it was like Rayman 2, and then I didn't really get to play it because it was on the Dreamcast, and it was, you know, copies of stuff were hard to find. And then I just kind of fell off the bandwagon with that. And the next time I came into Rayman was like with Rayman Origins, so... It is those? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, the ones that fucking took over Rayman, yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a little rough around the edges because I'm younger, so that's why. Ramirez? Wait, you used to work... I guess that actually makes sense, considering you were valuing, so... well, we have a little bit of history with him, yeah. Actually, that's a fair point, yeah. If you know something about him, that might give us an edge the next time we see him in combat, so... Rayman 2 is really not that good. Rayman 3 is that good shit. Yeah, I think I've actually heard people say it's either one or the other for them. Like I said, I have no frame of reference for the early Rayman games, so... I think, like I said, the only one that I had access to was Rayman 2, but that was only on a demo disc. So... I got to play maybe one level of it at the most, so it's like, okay, well, this is fun, I guess. Yeah, because, yeah, you were working for Admiral Mendoza. Yeah, that's right. Before he, you know, had his untimely problem. Well, we know now that Ramirez is a Sylvite, so probably they encountered a ship very similar to Fina's when they brought him aboard. Yeah, Sylvite clothing. Very unusual. So in a way, Galcian is the one that's been training Ramirez, but also Admiral Mendoza, so... Or Mendoza. Z-A would be Mendoza. So what happened to him? Well, I can give it to you in one word. Galcian happened to him. So, well, we'll get there. Admiral Mendoza seems like he was a little bit, you know, more of a straightforward individual that would have probably put Ramirez down a halfway decent path, apparently, according to these pictures that they've got here. I like how these pictures have, like, actual art effort put into them in a lot more ways than, like, Eika's dreams, though. Like, Eika's dreams always feel like they were drawn by Eika to me, because they have a little bit of a lower quality of picture to them compared to some of the other static images in the game, like this one. So, I always thought that was a cool touch. It's something I didn't even really think about, to be honest. It just felt so natural. Yeah, well, fair enough. I think he's going to have a hard time with Doc. I wonder what Admiral Mendoza would think of them now. I mean, he'd probably still be fine with Doc, but... Yeah, well, I mean, he's glad to have the family be larger. Well, he seems like a straightforward kind of guy. Probably like what Fina would have been if the Valuans had found her, you know, when they found Ramirez, but... Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds like a plan, and they'll probably want a few more fish, so... Alright, so we'll see what we can do about that. Here's the information on Ramirez. Bam, that's all you need to know, yeah. Pretty much just, hey, Galcian happened. That's it. Oh, there's the crossroads. And is that a Valuan ship? Yeah, that must have been the one that was blinking on my radar a few minutes ago. And we could engage it in combat if we wanted to. If you're going to go for the 3 secrets ending of the game, by the way, where, not ending, it's not an alternate ending, but like, the 3 secrets are the rewards that you can get for completing 100% of the game, basically, or close to 100%. I think it's only like 95% of the game that you have to do to unlock them. But if you're going for that, then you're going to want to fight a few ship battles outside of the story-required ones, because you need to fight a total of 12 non-story ship battles in order to unlock all of the extra content. So, Anyway, part 2, Electric Boogaloo, you were playing Ghost of Tsushima. Nice. I've actually been thinking about picking that one up for myself. It looks pretty interesting, so hopefully it was fun. Oh, we're Vice the Valiant now. Okay, cool. We actually upgraded our stuff there. Is anybody new on the wanted list? Was Loose Cannon Lappin on there before? I forget, but if he wasn't, well, there he is. Actually, we can look at him. Hold on. Using gun arm, a machine of his own creation, this pirate seems to enjoy wanton destruction of property, but even his machine is capable of producing a multitude of smaller drones, as well as having a large arsenal of weaponry stored inside. Excuse me. He's one of the Legends bosses, super bosses, so yeah, we won't bother with him. Not yet, anyway. Maybe later, but not yet. Alright, well, we didn't have a whole lot of stuff going on just there, but... Uh-oh. Yeah, so we can pick up another black spot once we get the Delphinus first, so... Piasto wants to fight again, so that's fun. We'll figure that one out later, but let's take a look around Sailor's Island. Probably buy some supplies and, you know, buy some other stuff. We can't quite get back to Maramba yet to buy more Glyphs of Might and Healing Salves, but we'll get there once we can pass through Stone Reefs. While we're in town, though, it's probably worthwhile. Which one was Polly? I think the Tavern Keeper was Polly, right? Yeah. That's the plan, actually. Yeah, we got a fancy new ship, so... Cool. Well, we'll do the best we can. I mean, you're the Tavern Keeper, but, I mean, everybody says they love your cooking, so, hey, feel like an adventure? It's true, we don't know very many cooks, so... I mean... Oh. Well, sorry to hear that. Ah. So should we maybe ask Anne, or can she finally take over the family business? Well, I guess that's fair. If you don't know if he's alive or dead, you would want to go and find out, you know? There you go. Sounds like she's made up her mind. There you go. Yep, serious about the offer. And yeah, she's the first cook that you can actually recruit, so we're going to recruit her. She's also important for later because you need her to be in your active crew in order to find another crew member later on in the game, so... But we'll talk about that later. How's it going, Anne? Yeah, so you could probably figure stuff out back here. You just gotta, you know, get the whole, you know, being a, well, not really a barmaid, but you know what I mean. That stuff down where she's behind the bar with people. Lawrence, hey. You mentioned that if we didn't have money, you didn't want to talk to us. We have money now. How you feeling about joining the crew? Okay, so what are your skills worth? 10,000 gold? Easy. Done. Here. I got it. And we can basically just get that back immediately with Ducat's coin and then some, so don't even worry about it. Yeah, side quest flag, something like that, yeah. Good choice to play. You have to ask again, though, that you play for the stream blind. Yeah, I won't play Ghost of Tsushima until I play it for the stream if I'm going to play it, though. Because I know nothing about it, and I feel like it's better when my reactions are genuine for games like that, so... Most games I try to do that nowadays. I don't usually play them beforehand unless they're, like, older. Like, I played Final Fantasy IX on my own because I was like, nah, I'm going to need to know what I'm doing before I play this, and it's an older game anyway, so I already know a decent amount about it. So, it's not really blind. So let's just make it so it's just not blind. What's with the Little Jack? We have no idea where the Little Jack actually is at the moment because the last time we were in Valua, Rocknum attacked, and, well, we harpooned him, and then Ramirez started trying to blow the Little Jack out of the sky with his ship in the Armada, so Drachma went down with the ship, as far as we're aware, and we got out on lifeboats, so it didn't really work out for the Little Jack. But we have the Delphinus now, so we don't really need that. We should, again, still probably go look for Drachma, though. We got Lawrence. He's a helmsman, so he'll... what does a helmsman even do on a ship? I don't know. I'm not really nautically experienced, so... I mean, he obviously takes care of the helm, but I'm going to need more details than that. I think they have new items while we're here as well, so let's take a look. Yeah, they've got Sacred Crystals, Sacrum Crystals, so a little bit of everything. I think I needed 4, right? Yeah. I also have Sacralin Crystals, and they're only 200, so that's not too bad. I'll buy a few of those. They also have Magic Dew now, so I can probably save a little bit on the droplets. I'll buy... Oh, and they're only 400? That's cheap. Holy shit. Let's buy up to 15 of those, and we'll start just cutting out our magic droplets by, you know, chopping that number down until it's gone. I actually used the Curia Crystal, so let's buy one of those. I can get rid of those Risen Crystals, because we don't need those. We can get more Glyphs of Might here now, so I guess Nazarad traded a few of these around, so that's cool. Oh, and also, if you need them, you can purchase Choms now from the shop for 3,000. I think that was added in the Legends version. I don't think that was in the original version of the game, which would explain why they're so... It seems like weird for them to keep Cham, you know, because Cupel's the only one who can find them, but maybe it was added in the Legends version so that you didn't have to only have 3, you know, so that way it wasn't just like, well, you only got 3, and after that, you're screwed. You got to keep Cupel the way he is now. So... and I think that's it. We got our Glyphs of Might, we got our Healing Salves. I should probably sell those Choms along with literally everything else, because I have so much shit that I can sell now. I actually don't even need Sacred Crystals anymore because we have the Sacralin ones, but we'll just cut down on them like we did with the, whatchamacallits, with the magic droplets. Yeah, probably went down in flames. That's probably right. Is there even something you call ground in this world? Not sure. You know, below the floating islands. I think the game talks about that later on. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. It's implied that there's something really bad that happened to the world that caused all of the landmass in the world to be all the way up here, but I don't think the game has quite gotten into that too much yet, so we'll get there. They sell for 3,000. They buy for 3,000, but you sell them for 30. Yeah, that was definitely added in the Legends update. Have those, Chom. I don't need them. And Soul Crystal. This is just a treasure, so let's just sell that. Same thing as the Unholy Dagger, so let's just sell that too. I don't need these Risen Crystals either, because those are just less effective than Rizalim ones. There you go. Romohai Fish sell for 100 each, so those aren't too bad. And then Gruul sell for 40 each, so a little less, but you know. And then there's the Magilex idol, which just sells for 25,000. Yeah, that will do it. Yeah. We don't need Grendel's Wing anymore, so we can get rid of that. Gilder gave us his armor and stuff. Here's the female armor, by the way, and as you can see, it's worse than the maiden's armor, so yeah, we won't. It's just something to sell. Drachma did mention he could still hear his son's screams as he held when the original ship went down, and he's presumed dead, so yeah, so he may have gone down with the ship. We're not sure yet. We'll see. Hey, Gravy Bay, how you doing? Welcome back. Kind of reminds you of Bait and Kaitos. Yeah, I guess in a way. I've heard things about Bait and Kaitos, but I haven't played it, so I don't have too much of a frame of reference for it, but there you go. This town is big enough for all of us, yeah. There you go. We don't need a fiber robe anymore. It's significantly worse than what we had. Gilder likes to have fun, but he's no dummy. He keeps protective armor underneath, so there you go. I think we've equipped everybody with all the armor we need at the moment, but... Oh, and we still have the counter bracer as well. There's that. I'll keep that. The white map is worth 666, so I hope you're not suspicious. Here's the Warrior's Heart, by the way. Like I said, this is one of the good accessories. It increases the spirit that you generate at the end of each turn in battle. So, like, normally if you regenerate 2 SP, you now regenerate 4 SP. So, it's pretty nice, and I'm going to give it to Aika, and she'll basically never take it off. It's going to drop her will by a little bit, but it's well worth the effort because we can just spam more moves because we have it. By the way, it only activates, though, after the first turn of battle. Like, in the first turn of battle, you'll always get the normal amount of SP, and then every turn after that, you'll get 2 more than you normally would. So that's very good, and I'm going to want to use that. And here's the Ancient Bracer. Like I said, it's just a straight upgrade to the Warrior's Rune, so we'll do that. Let's see. These cannons and stuff. Yeah, I was going to say, these don't really work with the whatchamacallit, do they? The Delphinus, because I couldn't equip them, so I would imagine that they don't. Well, I know these cannons are worse than the ones that I already have on there, the prototype ones, so let's just get rid of these. I don't know if we can equip the torpedo or the blaster at the moment, but I'll hold on to them until... Well, it says equipable by the little jack, and then for the little jack, so probably not. Let's just get rid of them, it's fine. Because we'll probably get some more in the ship shop, so we'll go check that out in a sec. I need a bunch of Oppa Wax, though, when we go there, because, yeah, good lord. Okay, so Benita, I think we're done with you. Oh yeah, the music in the game, yeah, it's super quiet in the shop because they lower the volume of the music in the shop. It goes back up once you leave, so yeah, there you go. At least I think my audio levels should be, yeah, they're where they're supposed to be, so it should be a little louder now for you. Oh yeah, we also got to equip Enrique. I forgot about that because he's new to the party. So let's see what he's got. Okay, so he's got a rapier, and the thing about his weapons, his rapiers, is that they have good but not incredible accuracy. He actually gets an extra hit rate from his coat, so that's kind of nice, which gives him a little extra than the 100%. But most of them can inflict a debilitation on enemies, so in this case it can inflict silence, so it's good to keep in mind. The Imperial Crest isn't too bad for him. How's the Slayer Ring? Well, it's worse on the defense and magic defense in exchange for a little more hit and quick. So, excuse me. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he can equip the, what is that, the Ancient Bracer? The one that we just got for Vice, so let's see. Oh, apparently Vice can equip Gilder's Amulet. That's funny. Let's see. Ancient Bracer is Vice, Aka, Drachma, and Gilder. Okay, so... It's just a straight upgrade to what we had before, so let's just give it to Vice because, you know, he's the main character. And then I could equip Gilder's Mail. Why do they lower it? That's a good question. They do that in the menus as well, so I guess it's just like it's just sort of a, I don't even know how to say that. It's just like an aesthetic choice, I guess. I don't really know particularly why, but well, there you go. Okay, so like I said, it'll lower Aka's will a little bit, so she'll be doing less damage with magic, but the extra SP will help us quite a bit. Especially in boss fights, it's really nice to have that there, so. And I think everybody else is good at the moment. Can you equip the Warrior's Rune? No, you can't, okay. It's just Vice, probably just Vice, Aka, Drachma, Gilder again, so. Oh, and since we have Enrique in the party, we might as well start buying his super moves, because his second super move, like all other fourth characters, is really, really solid. And I think I'm going to want it before we go into the second fight with Piastol. So his first one is Royal Blade. It's actually more powerful than Cutlass Fury in exchange for a teeny tiny little bit more SP. But Enrique has less attack than Vice, so it won't always do more damage just because it's more powerful. So... Drachma appears to be alive since Drachma is still available in the equipment menu. Yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of could give it away. So. The question is he alive enough to actually, you know, be able to do anything with us again? Because he got dragged around by Rocknum, so. Is he alive enough to actually do anything about it, or is he, like, on his deathbed and we just have to find him? I think that kind of answers itself, but, well, anyway. We shouldn't need this Maiden's Armor. We shouldn't need Gilder's Mail either. Yeah, because I'll be able to get better armor for him the next time he's in the party, so I'm not worried about that. We don't need these Slayer's Rings anymore, so let's just get rid of them. Get rid of Gilder's Amulet as well. The Lover's Ring... Yeah, I won't need this ever again anyway, so let's just get rid of that. This protects against a status, though, so I'll probably want to keep this. I'll hold on to that too, just in case. And then this protects against the status, and then the white map is the white map, so we'll hold on to that too. Alright, Laura, what do you got for ship parts for me? Okay, so we can't get the 3-inch cannon while we're here, unfortunately. There's an engine cover, armor deck. Oh, this is all the old stuff. Okay, so let's see. Does he have any new stuff? No, he does not. Alright, well, we'll have to find some new stuff then. Look, he lost one arm. One more cannot hurt. By that logic, none of us are alive. We have robo-hands. I don't think I could deal with losing one arm, let alone two, if I'm honest. But hello, Siraxis. How you doing? Welcome back. We just broke out of prison, and we got the Delphinus, so now we're just shopping around on Sailor's Island. Yeah, I wonder who that could have been. Anyway, let's go see if there's any new weapons available. And I actually want to come in here anyway, because we can talk to Pinta. What's up, little guy? I think he'd take umbrage with that. I do have my own ship, yeah. Well, actually, that wouldn't be too bad. You have a wrench, so you could probably... Okay, a delegate. I was going to say, you could be like the ship engineer, so... But yeah, so he's another crew member. And now we got to look at the widest shark tooth smile ever again in a second, once we finish talking to this guy. Been lurking for a while, falling asleep very soon. Oh, there you go. That's okay. I would say feel free to fall asleep, because it's never a bad thing to do that, you know. Ixotakan armor. Okay, that's not bad. And then a naval uniform. So this one actually increases your resistance to green magic by 20%, which might not be terrible considering the Death Hound is going to be in the Piastol battle, but I don't know. I never really bother with these, to be honest. I usually just go for the stuff that has the most stats, so... Prophet's Sand. Yeah, protects the wearer against magic is an understatement. That gives you 63 magic defense. Holy hell. And this increases will by a lot. I'm probably going to buy that for Fina, actually. Thrillic Scale is for attack power. And then Baraka Shell is for defense. What else you got here? This is the old stuff, right? Yeah. The really old stuff. Alright, well, let's buy a Moondust Ring for Fina so she hits like a train. And then I'll probably buy like a naval uniform for Vice or something. So... Alright, cool. Enrique, what do you have? You've got that plus 20. And you can't equip the attack stuff because, of course, you can't. Enrique's equipment kind of is weird to me because I think his equipment is kind of more akin to like a... Kind of similar to like a mage. I guess it's more like what Aika has, except he can't wear female armor, obviously. But he just... There's a lot of accessories that he just can't equip, and it's kind of odd. It's kind of odd, and it's kind of hard to, like, properly equip him when that's the case, you know? But, I don't know. Hell, I should probably get a naval uniform for Aika, too, because the Victory Mail is not quite cutting it anymore. I'll do that, actually. Because both of them can use it. I mean, the Victory Mail is nice for the little bit of extra will, but... Nah. It's fine. Don't worry, phantom pains and actual pains don't last that long. Don't always anyway do it. Oh, you do it always anyway. Okay, gotcha. Am I gonna need any of these fish? I think I usually keep them just in case, but most of the time I'm pretty sure you don't need them. I think you can just sell them. Like, I know the Ramuhai fish, I'm pretty sure you can just sell. But, I don't know. Wonder how Ducat would feel about me just selling his armor right now. After I just got it. Where is the Ducat's coin anyway? I could have sworn that was in my items somewhere, but maybe it's... No, actually, I think you have to give it to somebody for them to give you money for it. I just don't remember where you go to do that, so... Shark Tooth Smile! What's with the skeleton behind you anyway, man? Is that just like an aesthetic thing, or... Huh. Well, anyway. So there's a couple more people that we can go recruit. Let's see. I should probably look at my notes to find out. Hey! Mystery Merchant is here. What are you doing? You have anything new for me? No. You have the same stuff as before. I don't know if that's going to be super useful. I guess the Silena's box wouldn't be too bad, because then I could cast Silena's if there's mages in battle without having to, you know, actually use Silena's, but... Crystallo's box at this point is pretty well not really something we need because we've got Crystallum on everybody, but, you know. Losing an arm is not that bad. Raiden can promise you that you get used to it. Yeah, there you go. I guess that's fair. You made a late AF lunch. Did you miss anything? Not really. We're pretty much just shopping around on Sailor's Island to see what we can find. So. And now we're going to rest at the inn, and then we're going to make a save. And let me see my notes real quick. Yeah, 7 or 8 charges. Sure. Yeah. Tell that to the 38-ish times that I've used that Crystallis box that I've got there. Personally, you're terrified of the Silver Gigas because it is the last one. Yeah, it's probably a good way to be, honestly. Let's see. Alright, so one more stop before we... Actually, technically we could do 2 more stops. If we go visit the ruins of Nazrad, I think they're picking up the pieces where they left off, so we could always go check and see how they're doing. And once we do that... Because we can actually get there, I think, if we go through the strait. We don't have to go through the stone reefs to get to Nazrad. So... But before we do any of that, I actually have to go someplace that should be very familiar, specifically to Weiss and Aka. We're going to go home. Did I sell the Silver Veil? Let me see here. It might not be sellable. I don't remember seeing it in the shop. I might have just missed it, and my brain is just not seeing it. Oh, well. Delphinus, do you have... Yeah, you're maxed out. That's good. Alright, back to the ship. And now, to recruit the last crew member that I was thinking of recruiting, although I guess it's like 3rd to last or something, considering we're going to go back to Nazrad, I think, as well. We need to go back home. So we're going to go back home. There's actually a crew member that you can recruit at Pirate Isle, so we're going to go back there and recruit them. I feel like we travel faster in the Delphinus as well. I might be wrong about that, but I could have sworn that the last time we were here we traveled slower than this. And hell, this might not even be its top speed, all things considered, because we haven't tuned it yet for all the adjustments that Enrique was talking about. And Fina's people are also having silver in their name and are probably the creators of the Gigas. I think, I mean, they're definitely the creators of the Silver Gigas, right? Because the Silver Gigas was created by the Silver Civilization. Every Gigas was created by the civilization that their element is for. So, like the Green Civilization, ancient people created the Green Gigas, and etc., etc. So, but since the Silver Gigas is the last one, yeah, it's probably stronger than most of them. So, oh, 3 loopers. Well, that's just great. I should have a little extra accuracy, so I might be able to hit them all. Do I want to go blue? I guess I can go blue. What the hell, right? And Enrique's specialty is yellow element magic, which makes sense because he's Valuan. So, he'll do best with that, but I think he's alright with blue as well. I'm going to start working on it just for the hell of it now that we got Crystallum, so if I can. I kind of got to hit one of the loopers first. Bonk. Okay. Well, I can just Rain of Swords these guys now, so let's just do that. Hope they don't run away. There we go. This reminds you of Final Fantasy III. Why are we fighting on this giant-ass ship? Why is anything in the wild attacking something this big? Good question. No idea. I don't know why loopers would even bother, but whatever.
We did it!
Your question is addressed later on in the game, though, if I recall correctly. I think we have to get the Blue Moon Crystal first, though, before it's addressed. So, but we'll get there. I think Enrique starts with a pretty decent amount of spells, too. So actually, let me check that before we go any further. Probably the newest Gigas, according to your gut feeling. I mean, your gut's probably not wrong, considering, you know, they're the high-technology society. So, they know humans are on this ship and the ships are not alive. Yeah, I guess that's... I mean, I guess maybe they just were kind of floating past. I don't know. Something like that. What was I doing? Oh, I was looking at his magic. That's what it was. Okay, so he's got a halfway decent assortment of green spells. I mean, he needs to get Noxus and then Sacrum, but there you go. Pyras, Crystallas. He actually has Wevlas to start with, which is pretty good. But he also has Electrum to start with, so he's got quite a few yellow spells, and not too far to go to get the next one, even. So there you go, and then Silver. He's not bad in terms of his magic. You'll mostly use him for yellow element stuff because, well, our guys don't have all that yellow element stuff, so... Alright, let's stop back off at home. I'm pretty sure we're going to take the lifeboat here because, yeah, I was going to say, this ship is not going to fit in the normal dock. But we don't have to go here for too long. We'll just stop off at home and let them know that we didn't die in our second time being captured, and then after that, we'll just recruit the crew member and off we'll go. Hey, Mom, I'm not dead yet. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. Let's have a rest. Why not? Thank you. This makes you miss Golden Sun 2 so much more. You're so glad you still have a working cart. Yeah, that's probably pretty good because Golden Sun 2 is... What is it, like... Probably at least 15 years old at this point, if not more so. Is Dad here? No, he's down in his little hideout. Alright. Maybe we could go see Dad, but I think I'd rather just recruit the crew member that we're looking for. Hey kids, mind if I borrow the dog? What's up, pal? Yeah, the dog is your next crew member. Because it's me, so of course we have to have a dog on the crew. What's that? Yeah, I mean, we have Marco, but you guys are even younger than Marco. You're probably not much older than Maria, so it'd probably be putting you in danger if I took you with us. So instead, let's take the dog with us. Sure, why not? He's very reliable at that. Emotional support puppy for my ship? That sounds like fun. Come on, pal, you're a new member of the crew. So, yeah, Pal will actually join you, and he's considered a jester of sorts. So, basically, yeah, he's the emotional support animal of the ship. I always found that pretty cool, though, that they let you... They just give you a dog, and it's like the only dog that you see in the game. And actually, there might be some in Valua. And then you can come back later and just say, hey, you want to go on my ship, buddy? And he just goes with you. There's no character, he's just a dog. And that's all he needs to be. Alright, well that's taken care of. Now we can leave. Dang, these brats are still alive. Yeah, they ducked and covered when Valua attacked us back at the beginning of the game, so... It released in 03, almost 2 decades. Yeah, crazy. Golden Sun 1 recently turned 20. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that before. Like, a lot of people were thinking, oh yeah, there's going to be an announcement about a remaster because it's the 20th anniversary. Well, the year's not over, so it's still possible. How old is Fina? 17. She is 17. If you look on the wiki, she's it actually lists her age there. She's 17. I went over here before, didn't I? Yeah, this is where I caught those sky sardies originally, yeah. Okay, well, anyway, we gotta go back up here, northeast through the strait to Nazareth, and that'll let me fill out my area on the thing a little bit here. You'll also notice that our map has expanded a little bit. There's now more area on here, because before this, Ixataka was like way down here somewhere, like near the corner of the map, but now there's more area, probably because, excuse me, the Delphinus moves faster, so there's more world to explore out there for us. I mean, the Little Jack could have done it too, but the point is the map expanded a little bit, so there's more for us to go find. Is there anything down here? This looks suspicious. This little bit of rock sticking out. She might be a child to her people's standards, curse you, Wiki. She grew up fast for a 17-year-old. 3. Reminds you of seeing Tiki again in FE Awakening, yeah. Oh, the 3 was part of the emote, but I didn't see it until too late. Okay, because it cut off on my screen. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the Sylvites measured age, so there's a possibility that she could be, you know, a small child by comparison. Apparently she likes Vice, though, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
There's a certain tension behind your comment. Like, in terms of, well, she might be a child. I mean, it's just one of those things that they don't get into in the lore, you know, so. And I think this game even got a few, like, actual... They're not comic books, they're like the Japanese equivalent of... I mean, I guess it's a manga, but I don't know if it's considered... Like, I don't know if it's considered a manga if it's not a series, but there were a few, like, accompanying manga issues that this game got, if I remember right, so... Okay, that's why it looks suspicious, because we can't quite get to it because we're too high up. And, well, there was nothing for us to get there when we flew over it, so... But keep that island in mind for later, because I think I do recall what it actually is, and we'll come back to it. We just can't get there yet, because we can't get low enough. Normally it's I can't get high enough, but in this case I can't get low enough. Let's see. Marmar, damn, it's Tiki. What's up, Tiki? Takes another look at her. Goddamn, Tiki, you grew up. Yeah, she, someone in the Manakete Kingdom taught her about bazongas in the interim between Marth's time and Robin and Crom's time, that's for sure. Good lord. Like, they thirst-trapped everyone with Tiki and Fire Emblem Awakening. You get what I mean? Rabby Ribby got like 6 of those. Okay, gotcha. So you got an idea. It's like an accompanying novella or an accompanying short story, basically, but it's like a visual. So I guess, yeah, an accompanying manga. Freeze, you're starting to be concerned about the comment thread. Don't look up Tiki from Fire Emblem Lifeblood on the internet, because the vast majority of the things you find will probably be porn. So, there you go. Because people love Tiki for 2 very large reasons. Alright, anyway, let's stop bullshitting and just lambda burst, I guess. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, this is probably gonna kill everyone anyway, so there you go. Oh, you know who Tiki is? Yeah, she's one of the Dragon Girls. They're called Manaketes in the Fire Emblem universe, but that's basically what they are, Dragon Girls, yeah. So, here, Gremlin, just keep it under wraps. Nah, it's okay. Should be a Gremlin. It's more fun. There are quite a few Manaketes in the Fire Emblem universe that are not thirst traps, though. Actually, are there? Let's see. God, I'd have to think about that one now that I've said it. It's like, I thought it would be just so easy to say that, but I mean, I guess there's Bantu, but he's like a disheveled old man. And, maybe I can capture a few of these. Yeah, I guess there's Corrin is also considered a Manakete, yeah. So, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them are, like, female. Actually, there aren't too many Manaketes in the series now that I think about it. There's like maybe 1 or 2 in some of the games, but not all of them. So. Are you sure about that, friend? Also, not all Manaketes are female. Yeah, I was gonna say, what about Bantu? We don't talk about Corrin. I mean, yeah, Corrin I think is considered like, what, half human, half Manakete or something like that? I didn't even know that was possible, but okay. Thanks, Fire Emblem Fates, for filling that plot hole in. Was it a plot hole, even? I don't even know. Yeah, Nils. Nils is also a Manakete, yeah, if I recall correctly. He doesn't behave like one, because he's basically the dancer of FE7, but... Is he in FE7, or is he FE6? No, I'm pretty sure he's FE7. Bonk. Yeah, that's a flying scorpion, yep. As if scorpions weren't already terrifying enough, that one can fly. Fun. Fates was a mess. Stop, Freeze. Stop with the Fates bashing. No, 7. It was 7, okay. For Nils, yeah. See, I haven't played FE7. I think I have it on my list of things to do when I play it blind for the stream, but yeah, I haven't played it myself, so some of the stuff in there I don't quite remember. Alright, well, it was a little roundabout, but we made it back to Nazarad, so let's go see how bad off the city is. Yep, Fina's got a frying pan. Yes, she does. Are you all okay? Damn. Yeah, because you got to keep the supplies ready in case, you know, you need them for people to use. But yeah, this place got messed up. There is not a whole lot left here. But I'll tell you what looks like it survived intact is the cannon up there, so let's go take a look. figures. The only thing that survived, all of your food and everything spoiled from the fires, but the one thing that survives relatively intact is your weapon of war. I would think those would be the things you'd want to be the first things to go, but I guess then you'd be defenseless, so it wouldn't really work. Probably rather have the food, though. Oh wow, they did take a chunk out of this place, though, didn't they? Right next to the cannon. Kazim, are you okay? Well, he's still smiling, so that's good. I guess he's angry smiling. How many ships did you take down in the attack there? I guess that, yeah, that would have been a problem. Well, actually, about that, I don't know if you want to do that. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a little reckless, so... Well, yeah, I guess that's a fair point. Vice the Valiant at your service. Oh, so the word has already spread, wow. Yes, that's me. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know about the abducted part. Let's not get me in legal trouble here. I guess I'm already in legal trouble with Valio, who cares? And yeah, Kazim will actually join your crew if you come talk to him after Nazareth is attacked, so. And he's a gunner, so that's good because we're gonna need a gunner for our weapons, so. And he's actually one of the better crew members in the game because he passively increases the damage of your primary cannons. So like the prototype cannons that we have equipped on our ship right now, he passively, by being a member of your crew, will increase their attack power by, I think, like 20 or something like that. So it's pretty good. The damage will add up from that. Our main form of offense is still the Moonstone Cannon, but yeah, the damage will add up from Kazim's addition to our crew. There's another crew member that you can recruit later that's a gunner as well, but they don't increase the damage of primary weapons, they increase the damage of secondary weapons. And by that, I don't even mean like torpedoes or that sort of thing, I mean specifically blasters, so like the 3-inch blaster, 3-inch cannon, just those only, which is kind of a shame, but, you know. Yeah, that was fast. Word spreads faster than you can travel, RPG logic, true, very true. 6 was Lalum or Larum as a dancer, and Elfin as a bard, depending on what choices you make, you think. Okay, gotcha, yeah. I have even less frame of reference for FE6 than FE7, so, because it never came out in the US in English, so, yeah. Is the prince considered kidnapped or a traitor? He's considered a hostage by the Valuans, but blue rogues don't take hostages, so he's considered a blue rogue. He's actually just considered a pirate now, so... by our standards. Oop, there's a jam around here. Right around here. Nope. There it is. Yes, that was one of the other reasons why I wanted to come back here, because you can get another cham, so that's good. Can I get... well, I can get up there, but not from here. Probably gotta go up on the lookout tower. Guess the guns are just aimed better so the damage is more, or does he just shoot them harder? I'm gonna say yes. The answer to both of those questions is yes. But it probably is just because he's more accurate, so, like, more of his shots hit. So, that's probably why they hit better. Oh, I can actually get over to Osmond's place from over there. I was thinking I could take the bridge, but obviously the bridge is out, so... Does the Mystery Merchant have anything new from here, or... let's see. No. No, he's got the same stuff. I forget if his wares ever change. They might when he goes back home, but, well, he's not quite back home yet. So. Well, this isn't going to take me where I want to go. The city's a little different now that it's in ruins, in case that wasn't immediately clear. Osmond, are you okay? Are you picking up the pieces in here? It sure is gone. Man, how will you recover from this? I mean, you were a moneylender, but do you have any... oh, your clerk ran off with all the money. Man, he said, fuck your place. There's no union here. I'm leaving with all your money. Man, what a way to fall. Yeah, the Crown Prince is in for a wild ride, that's for sure. This place is surprisingly intact after an aerial bombardment. I guess Kazim did a good job of scaring them off, or maybe They just, I don't know, maybe the palace is completely trashed and that's where the brunt of the damage was. We'll have to look on the horizon to see in a second. Cannons deal more damage for the fact that he uses more gunpowder. You know, actually that's probably also true. Because Kazim seems like the kind that would be reckless enough to use more gunpowder. Take Osman on the ship? I mean, I guess we could. Well, it's not a transport ship. It's a warship, but... I mean, I'm doing okay for myself, especially considering I stole it, but maybe I shouldn't tell a moneylender that I stole the ship. We need the captain's choice, don't we? But yeah, it's probably good to have a trader on the ship anyway, so that they can, you know, sell our goods and restock our supplies for the crew in between. And also there's this. When Osman says that she can find supplies that people would find almost impossible to find, I think it's mainly in ship battles. If I remember right, once you have Osman on your crew, there's a chance of any ship that you defeat dropping something that sells for a lot of gold. I don't remember quite what it is, but it's not bad, so... Yeah, well, is this a charity? I mean, I guess we are a little more charitable, so... Sure you will. But yeah, so Osman joins the crew. It's a merchant, but she's a trader. It's the same sort of thing. Yeah, the palace looks like it got pretty trashed, and we can't get back in, unfortunately, so... Not doing so good. Yeah, good trader's useful. Yep, like I said, even if Osman's kind of, you know, turned Aka and Fina away because they couldn't lend one gold without collateral, still, it's a good idea to have somebody to help with restocking and everything. Do you have anything new for the ships? Because we didn't get the buy from you the last time we were here. Wish someone would call me Valiant. Slicks his hair back. Oh boy. Well, don't know about that one. Oh, is some new stuff here. And actually, there's some stuff that we can equip on the Delphinus, so we should probably work on that. We got advanced cannons, 10-inch cannon coils, and torpedoes. Nice. And also, these have halfway decent accuracy, so that's not too bad either. I should probably just replace both of the prototype cannons, shouldn't I? Get like one coil, one torpedo, and then just 2 cannons. I think we'll do that because I've got enough money to do all of the above. So let's just equip that and that. There you go. And then get a coil. 220 attack power. Good lord, that thing's gonna hit like a train. And then a value in torpedo. A little less hit percentage, but we'll work on that later. There's a crew member that you can actually get that increases the accuracy of your torpedoes as well, so it's not bad. Alright, so we had a Prin figure, now we have a Pyrin figure, so we'll just replace the Prin one with this. Can totally get back in. Just turn on console commands and no clip inside. Yeah, I guess that's true. We could just do that. Alright, we got more magic defense. That's good, because I think there's a few ships coming up later on in the game that use, not later on, but like relatively soon, that use quite a bit of magic, so. This was just an upgrade to the steel decks. Let's just grab that. Have quite a few things to sell when we're done here. And then enhanced kitchen. Yeah, this is one of the glamour items that you can get, basically. It serves very little purpose other than just being... It's used for a title for Vice later on in the game. If you buy all of the items that are exclusively used for decoration on your ship, and you have a certain amount of gold, you can get the title Vice the Extravagant, which is just as ridiculous as you'd expect because you've just spent hundreds of thousands of gold buying items that you don't need, so... Yeah. But, I mean, hey, if you got enough money, no big deal. Just buy stuff. Can't hurt. Alright, well, let's sell a few things since we don't need all of this stuff. I guess I'll hold on to the fish because, again, I don't know if I... Oh, the silver veil is available to sell. Okay, well, sorry, Fina, but we're selling your veil. And then... Let's see, well, we don't need these, so that's a quick 10,000 gold back in my pocket. And then we'll get rid of the friend figure and the steel deck. And the rest is good. We can't buy complete kits yet, but that's okay. We don't really need them. Thank you, sir. That was very helpful, actually. Let's see. No, it does not like a train. It hits like cannonballs. It hits like a train fired out of a cannon. That sounds amazing. Why not just a speeding bullet train? Yeah, there you go. Just shoot that out of the Moonstone Cannon. They'll never see it coming. We have enough money, famous last words, in this life and in real life, yeah. That's fair. We do actually genuinely have enough money, though. There's a point coming up, I think, once you go back to Crescent Isle, but I could be mistaken. There's a point coming up at a certain point later on in this game where you need 100,000 gold in order to... I think you have to upgrade something related to the ship, but you need 100,000 gold to do it, so... yeah. It might even be the adjustments that Enrique was talking about when you need 100,000 gold for that, so don't buy too much stuff. So there you go. It will leave us with a little bit less change in our pocket, sure, but we're practically fully stocked at this point anyway, so at least we got all our supplies before we ran out of money. Alright, and there's a couple more crew members that you can go recruit. If you go back through, like, South Ocean, you can go to Ixataka and recruit a couple of people, but, yeah, that's a little bit of a ways to go, I think, so we're gonna not do that. Yeah, let's just have everybody attack these guys. And then, hell, we can even try Royal Blade out on the Knezel specifically, because I want it to die. Ah, Vice, you couldn't quite get that guy? Damn it. Nah, it's okay. We'll get him next turn. Oh, okay, well, now we will kill him because, well, that guy ran away. Imagine a speeding bullet train. They already go so fast, but a speeding one. Yeah, there you go. Probably hit like this. Show him the fancy footwork, Enrique. So yeah, it actually deals 4 times his normal physical attack damage when you hit with it. So, oh, that's why you live, because you were guarding. Okay, that's fair. Bonk. A train cannot hit. It has no arms and it cannot punch. Are bullet trains the ones with magnet rails? So it'd be like a rail gun. Yep, there you go. We already have a rail gun, so it would be very easy to just attach it to the end of it. I see your joke, though, Lifeblood. I see your joke, and I raise you nothing because I have no recourse. Hey, Toontress, how you... or Troontress, sorry, missed the first R. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. This game is pretty relaxing. I enjoy just kind of sailing around sometimes in it, so I understand. But yes, welcome. We just recently got out of the Grand Fortress. We have the Delphinus, and now we're heading back to Crescent Isle to do some adjusting. Hopefully. Perhaps. Maybe. Electrum Box. That sounds like a good idea. Because why not? Yeah, it is a pretty comfy game. It, you know, it doesn't really have anything too super complex to it, to where you have to really think about what you're doing. That broke in 2. Damn it. It did a lot of damage, though, for breaking in 2. I mean, that's because I just got that, whatchamacallit for Fina. The accessory that increased her will. So, there you go. It makes a big difference. Is the Crown Prince even sure of what he's doing here? He volunteered for this, maybe, but still. He's probably received, like, basic combat training, because Valua seems like the kind of place that's like a military state where they train all of their citizens. But he's not, like... You can just kind of tell by the way that he's holding the sword and the way that he does stuff when he uses Royal Blade. He's not well experienced in fighting. It's probably why he comes in at such a low level, too, because he's very relatively inexperienced by comparison to everybody else, so yeah. So I'm going to say no, he's not super experienced when it comes to fighting. Let's see. Yep, Crescent Isle ain't too far away, so let's go see what we can find when we go there. I might even save before we go there, because I think there's like a little sequence when you get here. So let's save. Still, I mean, it's going to be like with Marco, right? Enrique will learn because, well, he's in our party now, and we're going to be fighting a lot of stuff, so, yeah. Oh, you know, we could even go to the bridge, actually, and check on our new crew members. We already know what Marco's up to, but, yeah, so Lawrence is our helmsman, so he'll take the helm. And then he'll... actually, yeah, I forgot about that. As a helmsman, he can actually take the wheel and take you directly to where you want to go. Unless that's just, hey, do you want to take the wheel so that you can drive? I mean, I guess it's possible. Hey, pal! How you doing? We should get him, like, a doggy bed. Pinto, what do you think of the ship? It sure was. Yep. And that's why we took it. Yeah, well, I'll get even more famous if we keep getting all these moon crystals, that's for sure. Did Marco leave anything in that compartment? Probably not, right? Nope. Okay, it's just a flavor text. That's what he left in there, flavor text. You mean, is he sure what he's doing on this ride? You know, the whole Gigas business, what he's getting into, yeah. I mean, I probably would guess that we told him, and if we didn't tell him, he did steal the moon crystals for us, so he probably has some idea of what we've been up to. If he doesn't, yeah, he will find out soon enough, so there you go. Where's the One Piece style wanted poster of Vice? Probably back in Valua. We'd have to go back into the city to see. So. Yeah, pretty exciting. We'll get there soon enough, and then that'll be our headquarters, so. Well, you won't have to wait for much longer, Fina. Let's see, so who else did we get? We got Polly. And, is that it? I don't know if we got anybody else. Oh, Kazim. We got Kazim, so we should probably go see him, too. I don't know if he's going to be out on the lookout point. I think specifically the lookout stands out there, but he might be either on the deck or he might be in the, well, it's not a mead hall. In the diner, basically. In the banquet hall. There you go. It's just fancy enough to be a banquet hall. Nope, he's not out here. Okay. Yeah, I like seeing the crew members in their natural habitats on the ship. I feel like a lot of playthroughs of this game, especially like the ones that are on YouTube that I've seen. I mean, there are a few playthroughs of the game on YouTube, but I don't think a lot of people really bother to like look and see where the crew is and what they're up to. And it's just a little bit of extra flavor text, so it's not like super important, but I don't know, it makes the game feel more whole to me, like more complete. So I'm gonna try. Yeah, let's see. Kazim, where are you at? Oh, there's Osman too. Yeah, I forgot about Osman. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty strong and pretty beautiful, so can't really beat it. Polly, you just blended right into the background there. I guess that's the sign of a good cook. It is really impressive. It looks like it's basically as stocked as your bar was, so. Well, good. Good to hear. So I guess that means Kazim's got to be out on the deck, huh? Alright, let's go see. We'll check on more crew members later once we get a few more of them. We don't quite have a few more of them just yet, but we'll get there. You like air ships, like ships that ended up being stuck in the air, yeah. I don't know what you mean by ships, quote-unquote, but there you go. This game still exists on YouTube? Yeah, but very, like, most of the videos of it are really old. There are still speedruns that you can see on YouTube that are relatively recent, but, yeah, most of them are pretty old. Oh, I guess he brought his crew members with him. Yeah, his gunners. The ones that were standing guard out by the cannon, so that's cool. Excuse me. Yeah, that's the plan. We just have to, you know, get there first. Are you feeling seasick, Enrique? Yes, he's feeling very seasick. Look at his face. Good lord, man. Well, you could always go in... Maybe, actually, never mind. Don't go inside. Don't throw up on my new floor. So, yeah, he's not used to the ship. Or combat, like, at all. Do you get another ship? If we do, it's going to have to be worth a lot of money to replace this one, considering this is worth 10 million gold, so... that'd be a tall order, I think. So hopefully that answers your question. I don't want to say yes or no because it's later in the game, but hopefully that answers your question. Everyone, quick, think of an old AF game. You remember Jumpman. I was going to say Mega Man X, actually. Yeah, so there you go. I guess it's not that old. It's like, what, 31 at this point? It's as old as I am, I think. No, it didn't come out in 91, did it? I think Mega Man X came out in like 93. I don't know. It was the first Super Nintendo game, actually the first video game in general that I ever beat, so there you go. Let's take the wheel. Yeah, so he'll commandeer the ship when it's idle while you're wandering around, and then you can take the wheel when you talk to him. So there you go. I can't remember the subtitle. Some really old legendary ship from the Silver People, maybe. Yeah, I guess I'd have to ask Fina or Ramirez what they've got going on at some point. Well, he's probably just glad to be back on land, if we're honest. Yeah, he looks rough. Just a bit, yeah. He hasn't exactly been outside of Valua very much, so... It does take a little getting used to. I mean, Fina got used to it, but that's because she already had an airship, so, you know. Well, just make sure it... Okay. Doesn't slow you down in battle. Because that wouldn't be good. Yeah, a bit of a long trip, sounds like. It's just going to take a little bit for you to get used to it. Gonzalez, did you pop back to life? Oh. Okay, never mind. Hi. Who the hell are you two? Oh, you guys are from Gilder's crew. Okay, well, maybe part of his crew. This is Brobham. And he's a really good engineer. Apparently he can, crank it up a few notches. Remember how we needed to put her through her paces and get some adjustments done? Apparently Brobham and Ismail here are going to take care of that for us. Is that a nail in your craw, sir? Normally they stick a cigar there, don't... I mean, I guess that... No, that actually wouldn't be better for you than a cigar because you'll probably get, like, tetanus or some kind of lead poisoning or something, depending on what that nail's made of. Oh boy. He builds it anyway, even if you don't want him to. We do need a base of operations, actually, yes, so... If you're willing... Yeah, so here's why you needed all the money, because they're gonna need money for us to build the base, so... Cool. And that will actually help quite a bit to get through that stuff. But, of course, there's also the money that he needs. So he needs 25,000. Ba-bum. That's his sound effect, and it's probably one of the most iconic ones in the game. He needs 75,000 gold. So, yeah, we need a total of 100,000 gold to give to them to fully furnish everything so that we can move on with the story. So, I hope you didn't buy a whole lot of stuff. Then again, the game kind of gives you a lot of money in these sections because, you know... There haven't been a lot of places where you can actually buy things since we left Ixataka, so, yeah. It's true, we do need this... We can't exactly run our pirate crew out of a couple of caves. I mean, even the cave back on Pirate Isle isn't really a cave at all. It's a front for the dock, so... Yeah. So we can go ahead and pay them, and then we can get the moon crystals. And if you don't have enough money at this point... Well, you could probably just fight a lot of battles around here or go back to Ducat's Isle, and that'll let you get enough money. But I have the money, so we can just sell it to them, give it to them and right now, and they'll make things for us, so... Go ahead, give me the money, Brabham. Give me the ship upgrades, rather. I'll give you the money. Cool. That's going to be very helpful. And now for Ismail. Yep, and there's your 75k. Yeah, literally eating nails for breakfast. That's this man in a nutshell, yep. I think Ramirez would sooner run you through or blow you up. You're probably correct, yeah. He's not exactly as nice as he used to be when Admiral Mendoza was around, so... It is kind of off in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Well, maybe we'll be able to fix that later. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you pay for both, it'll just let you fix it. Basically, if you pay for the hull but you don't have enough for the base, he won't finish the hull until you pay for the base either, so yeah. Yep, that's the idea. So let's go see what this looks like after we have a rest for the day. Yeah, actually, we should probably do that while we're waiting anyway, so. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh boy. Alright, well that's not too bad actually. I mean, it looks very Vice-centric considering it has a cutlass on it and a, you know, his eye patch, his goggles, but there you go. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. He did think about it quite a bit, so. Alright, Aka, what do you got? This is gonna be great, because we all know what Aka's drawings look like. Oh boy. Alright, sure. Yeah, but isn't that more of like the kind of thing you'd want to be if you were a black pirate, Aka? And yeah, it even has her ponytails, so that's just great. I think you just drew a caricature. Alright, Fina. Let's see what you've got. Something happier, huh? Oh boy. That, yes, that is a lot happier, yeah. Oh my god. She did her fucking homework with this one, though. It is. It's named, the Delphinus is named after the Arcadia version of a dolphin, basically. A sky dolphin. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between Fina's and Vice's, honestly. You can switch them at any time, by the way. All of these styles and logos are kept in the game's files, and basically you just talk to Enrique on the ship and he'll switch them for you. So, yeah, no, that's definitely unique. Well, that's what we can choose from. Alright, I will leave this one up to chat. Which one do we want? Do we want Vice's skull and sword flag? Do we want Aka's cat flag with the coin? Or do we want Fina's dolphin, sky dolphin flag? What do we want? And like I said, we can switch it at any time, so I'm not really too concerned about it. So. I think Marie said the dolphin one. That one is cute, so yeah, Fina. So we've got True Interest says Fina. Lifeblood says Aka. Marie says Fina. Gravy Bay likes the dolphin. I don't know, Lifeblood. I think you're getting outvoted. Yeah, I don't think I could even break a tie with that one. So. We'll go with Fina's to start with. We can always switch later, so. You are betrayed by everyone. There's a mutiny in this crew. Yeah. Alright, we'll go with Fina's flag. Yeah, Fina's is the one with the dolphin, so. Yep. That's it. So we'll start with Fina's. It's true, and it won't give them the wrong impression like Aka's. Well, that's probably for the best, because we don't strike fear into people's hearts. Or maybe we will once they, you know, get a look at the Moonstone Cannon. Then they'll be like, nope, that's too much. If we see a dolphin, run. But yeah, you can see the other ones on the ship. So like Aka's, she'll hang hers up on the bridge. I think Vice's is also hung up on the bridge, if I remember right. And then you can just switch by looking at them, if I remember correctly. So. And apparently, on top of fixing this entire base, they just cooked dinner. I guess, you know, Polly probably helped with that, so that's probably helpful. Alright, let's spend the night here then. You guys can see what a terrible crap time I had for 2 weeks. Has Enrique ever camped before? This has got to be a new one for him. Yeah, this place is going to look snazzy once they're done with it. Won't even look like the Mystic Ruins anymore. Maybe. Yeah, that didn't exactly help, did it? You will get over it once you go, you know, flying a little more. Yeah, we should probably get this out of the way at this point, shouldn't we? Considering we've seen him multiple times, and every time we've seen him, you've made a face like you're meeting an old friend. So, sorry, I bumped the mic stand. I mean, we are all friends at this point. It's not like we're going to, do anything bad with this information. What do you know about Ramirez? Other than what we got from him being Admiral Mendoza's one of his favorite sons. So yeah, he's a Sylvite as well. In case that wasn't clear from when we were back in the Grand Fortress. So. He can cut through light with his blade? That's anime as fuck. What the hell? Oh my god. How many do we have now, moon crystals? We still just have the red and green moon crystals, so we've still got the blue, purple, yellow, and silver moon crystals to get. But we are over the halfway point. We're probably about 60% of the way through the game. Out of all the ones that are left, the blue moon crystal is the one that has the most stuff to do. It's probably going to be about exactly as long as it took us to get the red moon crystal or the green moon crystal individually to get the blue moon crystal. I remember purple being a fairly quick jaunt, and then yellow is in Valua, so all we got to do is go back there, and then it's the silver one, so yeah. But we're over the halfway point at this point. We're probably about 60% of the way. So he's not like her brother or anything, but they were probably fairly close. Yeah. So what the hell happened to him? Well, we already mentioned Galcian, but, So what, did he break his tracking device or something? Oh, yeah, that does seem kind of strange, doesn't it? But then again, it seemed like he was doing okay until, with Admiral Mendoza. Yeah, let's hope. He did seem to have the jump on us when he fought us when we were in the Little Jack, so... Not special to cut through light. You can do it with a stick. I mean, I guess technically speaking, anything can cut through light. Like, because you can cut air, so, like, I would imagine you can... But I think it's a little bit more than that. I think it's, like, basically he can generate a black hole with his sword. So, I mean, I guess it's not quite that bad, but... He can probably bend light with his... So it's like a prism sword, I guess. I don't know. It just seems like a very specific thing for them to say about it, Yeah, probably not, unless he told him about it. Well... She's having a hard time. I don't know about the confidence. Let's try and cheer her up. There we go. And, the rest of our new crew. You don't have to go recruit the rest of your crew before this. The only one that's required is Marco while you're running around the ship, so there you go. It's true. We have quite the motley crew here, so... And your friends are with you, so that's the important part. Well, hey, what are friends for, right? Good to hear, because we're going to need to do our best to get all the moon crystals before Valua does. We'll start early, because we have to explore the entirety of our new base first as well, so... Yeah, sure, okay. I'll believe that when I see it. I should probably... Oh, nope, too late. Okay. I was going to say I should probably clip that for thumbnail purposes, but that's okay. Oh, stream broke? You had to refresh? Oh, that's not good. Oh, I didn't drop any frames. Maybe it's on Twitch's end. Twitch says that you've been following me for half a decade. Nailed it. Nice, congrats. That's cool. That sounds right, though, because, like, I started in, what, 2017-ish? So, yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, so, next moon crystal to get. What do you got for me, Fina? Yeah, so the blue moon crystal is the next one we're going to go get, because it's the one that's, it's probably the most isolated out of all of them, because yellow's going to be hard to get. We don't even know where silver is yet, and purple is also very isolated, so... Oh, cool. Well, it'll be interesting to go see them. Yeah, the name of the location we're heading to is Yafutoma. Got any extra info, Enrique? East of Nazar. Aren't there, like, storm clouds in the way? I don't know if we can go through those yet. I mean, the sky rifts, sure, but the rest, I don't know. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Protected by scales, and they eat by... So they have chopsticks. Okay. So this is quite literally the Far East. And they probably have, like, scale armor. No, Aka, no. They are not fishmen. Stop with this bullshit. No. Her imagination is way too active. Well, I'm sure we'll figure it out once we get there. I love how the one member of Aka's imagination in the background is like trying to eat Cupel by poking the sticks into him. He's just like, okay, this is not comfortable, but I guess. Oh boy. Yes, Japan in the sky, exactly, yep. It's on your end. Your internet's been freaking out these last few hours. It's weird because you're not the only one. Quite a few people that I follow on Twitch have actually been having internet problems lately. And it's not even like just in the US. It's like one of the people that was having problems, I think he had issues today. He lives in Spain, so like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Should probably knock on wood so it doesn't happen to me too. There you go. Sorry if that was loud. Blue, not purple, not the order of these spells. Yeah, it is a little bit out of order from how we got the spells, isn't it? Because we got red and green to begin with, and then we got purple, and then we got blue, we got yellow and silver. So they switched the order a little bit. So, just to throw something, curveball into the mix, you know? Nothing wrong with having an active imagination, you can relate. Yeah, no, I can relate too. It's just that her imagination goes to such ridiculous places, it's like... I don't even know where she gets it. I mean, I guess that means she'll be a very avid storyteller later on, but, you know. Okay, so if we head to Cape Victory, we can go to the city of Esperanza, and they can tell us how to get to Yafutoma. Spoiler alert, there's the flag, by the way, back there. Spoiler alert, the trip to Yafutoma is going to be difficult. Not necessarily for reasons that it's like, oh, the monsters there are super destructive and powerful, but difficult for another reason. We'll see in a minute. But yes, we gotta head down this way past Nazarad and head not the South Ocean, but basically we gotta go past the Temple of Pyrin this way, I think, if I remember right. I forget specifically where Esperanza is, but it's not in South Ocean, so it's gotta be like this way somewhere. Germany is fine. No internet problems here. You love jinxing shit. I dare ya! You have an imagination like her. It's why you wanted to do fan fiction back in high school. Yeah, no, I get that. I've written fan fiction myself back in my early college days because I didn't have any writing classes to take when I was in college because I was doing engineering as my major. So I needed to get my writing out on the page somehow, and it ended up being fan fiction, so... It wasn't like smut, though. Let me be clear on that. I didn't write, like, hentai shit. It was very tasteful fan fiction. There's nothing wrong with writing hentai and stuff, but, like, I don't know. It can devolve into weird stuff very easily. It is a mighty fine-looking ship. Did we get to test out the new functions on it? I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so he's not quite done with the base, but the stuff that's done with the Delphinus is all finished, so we can head on out. And when we come back, then this place will be a little more spiffy. I forget if you can get the moonfish that are here right now. I don't think so. Let me see. Hang on, I'll go back to chat in a sec. Because I have them listed at the top of my notes. I don't think you can, actually. And that sucks, because that means that I won't be able to get, like, one of the best rewards from the Moonfish quest before I go to Yafutoma, where it would be really useful. Or against Piastel. It'd be really useful there, too. Remember that scene that you meticulously crafted based on Pokemon Alpha Sapphire retelling? Yeah, I remember that, because I remember you sending me info about it, yep. No offense, but characters in your stories aren't legal, so no hentai. Yeah, that is a very good reason to not do any hentai stuff with them. That's for sure. Now here's the question. Do we go try fighting Piastol first, or do we go to Esperanza first before that? Because we can get a couple more moonfish by going to Esperanza, but it might take a little bit to get there, A, and B, it might also be... I'm trying to think what happens in Esperanza, and I'm drawing a big fat blank. Oh, well. Well, hey, there's some grass over here. That's interesting. Don't normally see that around the red moon. Well, let's follow this straight back here, shall we? Alright, these guys are green elemental, these lurkers. I mean, do I just Lambda Burst them? I feel like I just do that. Let's see. Is there anything that I specifically... I mean, I have, like, Electrum already on Enrique. So do I really need to work on yellow right now? I think I should just work on blue for now, actually. So... And then we'll just Lambda Burst. Whoops, went too far. There we go. Wonder if I should use Delta Shield. No, because Aka's probably going to be faster than these guys, so... Take the Alpha Sapphire retelling. Your MC is 11 at the start of the story. Yeah, full fucking stop on that. Yeah, no hentai at all. That's disgusting. That's not happening. Oh, there's the silence that he can inflict with his rapier. That's probably one of Enrique's main selling points, because not a lot of the other characters can inflict status effects with their weapons, at least not until much later, but almost all of Enrique's weapons have secondary effects that let him do that, so it's pretty good.
That was easy.
He also doesn't have a really long-ass victory animation like Gilder does, so it should make it a little easier for him to, for us to get out of battle. He also gave us some X Spirits, so that's not bad. Yeah, I think we'll go with blue, because it looks like we've all got very little left to go with blue element to get the next spell, so... Incidentally, speaking of blue magic, actually before I do that, let me take a drink real quick, because I can feel my throat catching. Speaking of blue magic, I mentioned at the start of the game that Vice had a blue sword, even though we didn't have blue moon crystal magic access to that just yet. Here's my question for the developers. If you weren't going to give us the blue moon crystal at the beginning of the game, you were going to give us the red one, and Vice's best element, or the one that he's most proficient with, is red, why not just give us red element on Vice's sword? Is it because it wouldn't look sky enough for you? Probably, actually. Sure, hit the Knezel. This probably won't do any damage to them because they have high magic defense, but we'll see what we can do. Just realized you don't know if the story's going to take place over 2 years or 3. It might go 2 so you don't die writing. I mean, yeah, that's a lot to write, is like 3 years worth of stuff, so I'll envy you there. Your MC, Sasha, will be 13 by the end of the story. Still a full fucking stop, yeah, for sure. Don't want anything to do with that stuff. There is no smut that we're doing here. Incidentally, speaking of writing, I guess I can plug my own work for this week. I actually did a microfiction writing prompt this week. For the first time, I wrote creatively. For the first time in quite a long time. It's probably been like almost a decade since I've written anything super creatively, without there being like a grade attached to it. I think I just had to like untangle it from my brain, where it was like, no, I'm more used to the extrinsic motivation of getting a grade for this creative writing, because that was how it always was when I was in school and stuff. Unless it was like when I started college and stuff. That was when I was writing for fun the last time. So I actually got the creative interest to write for fun for the first time, and there was a YouTube channel called Tale Foundry, which, what the hell is that? Did anybody else see that up there? It was up in the top of the sky. It looked like a a snake or something up there. Huh. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. The clouds are a little bit shaky out here, but that's okay. Is this a dead end? It might just be a dead end, actually. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna have to go all the way back around there. Oh, well. I think we can actually... You know what it might be is we might be able to go this way, like through the... Because we can go through sky rifts now, so if we just go through the straight here, we can probably reach Esperanza. So... But yeah, so I did a microfiction writing prompt for Tale Foundry, and, well... Is that a tornado? It might be. It might just be a seam, a hole in the map. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I did that, and it was like you had to write between 250 and 350 words only, and you had to create a story for it. If you would like to see that writing prompt submission that I did, there is a link to it on my Twitter page. There's also a link to it on Discord and on my YouTube page as well. So there are quite a few places that you can take a look at it if you'd like. And... I don't know, I think I did a pretty okay job at it. It's probably not my best work, but I'm still shaking rust off, so that's probably why it's not my best work, you know? So, there you go. Do I have any boxes other than the Crystallis box that I might want to use here? The Electrum box is gone. How very unfortunate. Okay. No, just attack, I guess, then. Why don't you do that, and then do I have enough to use I have enough to use Electri. That's not very helpful. Alright, well, let's give it a shot, I guess. Don't know how much it's going to do, but it might be enough to kill the both of them. Depending on how Enrique lines it up. Oh, I hit that one with AK and Fina. Whoops. That's okay. Grades suck. You hated that in school. Stop judging how good what I do is. It's discouraging when you constantly have to have people put you down. Yeah, and here's the thing about grades, really, too, is that they don't necessarily encourage you to continue to do things for the intrinsic reasons that you might want to do them. They don't tell you, hey, keep writing because, you know, it's fun for you. They tell you, write because we're going to grade you on it. And that's not how you establish a continuous pattern of behavior, school system. Oh, here we go again. I got to not get on that subject. I already had to full stop myself in one stream. Oh, well. That feather-looking thing that faded out of existence, yeah, can't wait till you have 210k croquetins to burn irresponsibly. Yeah, there you go. Just use them on a bunch of random emote things like Nitro used to do. Oh, we got Slipper on Enrique. That's not bad. I guess I don't need a Slipper a box if I have that, but I think... No, actually, nobody else has that yet because we haven't really been working on Blue Element at all. So I guess we'll start working on it now. Alright, so now, is this the strait that they were talking about? I don't actually remember where I'm going in this part. I know they said, like, south of Nazarad, but, like, literally where? I don't remember. So we might be spending the rest of the episode figuring out where Esperanza is. I could just look at a map, I guess, but nah, it's fine. But yeah, so now we can pass back through the stone reefs again so we can go to other places. I think there is a crew member that you can recruit at Maramba, but I don't think we can recruit them right now. I think you have to wait until later to do that, so... Yeah, but yeah, that weird feather-looking thing that faded out of existence, I don't even know what that was. It was too high up in the sky for us to go get it at the moment, though. We don't have the ability to fly that high yet. So we'll figure it out later. Don't know, you kind of want to go back to learning how to draw. I want to make all the art of all the OCs and fucking worlds you keep dreaming up. And yeah, that would be an interesting venture, I think. I think it would be well worth it. And it would be fun because you'd be doing it for yourself, you know? You wouldn't be doing it for a grade, you wouldn't be doing it for other people's approval, you'd just be doing it to put ideas to paper, which is, honestly, I think that's how it should be with a lot of creative works. So, these are just the old Scoreflies, right? So I could probably just kill these guys with Lambda Burst pretty easily. So let's just see. Blech! Yeah, oh yeah, definitely kill them pretty easily, especially since they're purple elemental. Fucking stop. Reminding you of Etrian Odyssey 4. You need 2 separate upgrades to fly at max height. Yeah, imagine needing 2 upgrades to fly at the appropriate heights. Oh, we got Wevlas. That's not bad. The circle AoE on Wevley is a little larger with Wevlas, so that helps. There was another Sky Rift that we probably could have flown through back, but there it is again! It's up there. Look, see? Hang on, I can float. Okay, the dust storm is getting in the way, but it was up on the top of the screen there. What is that? I've never seen that before, ever, in my life. Like, I've only played this game once before, but I have never seen that. That's crazy. Yeah, you saw it again, too? Okay, good. I think I know what you're reading about. Fucking Nautilus? I mean, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. What we got here? New enemies, Iridzus and Suraks. I think these are not... No, these... We've seen enemies like them, but I think they're still new, so... I don't know. I think I'll just go for yellow because we can get Electrolen with Enrique if we go yellow pretty quickly. So, and the Suraks are weak to yellow element anyway, so might as well. Should I Delta Shield here? I don't think I need to yet. There are enemies that you're going to want to start using Delta Shield on pretty soon, but I don't think we're running into them just yet, so... Yeah, see, Electrum just needs a lot of SP to use. It needs 6 in order to use it. And I mean, it has a pretty wide AoE radius, sure, but, like, it's kind of a lot. Alright, now all of you line up so Enrique can bap you with electricity. Bonk. Oh, nice. Well, that helps. I don't know how many of them he's actually going to hit here. Well, I mean, they're kind of lined up. That one's not anymore, but that's okay. We can take care of it next turn. Let's see what you can do, Enrique. Oh, it was that one. Great. Watch out, Aka! Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. It's not Fina, but it's not bad. Oh, good, I got a counterattack. Nice. Well, that means that one's going to be gone. But yeah, see, this is kind of the problem that I have with... the Electri line of spells, is that if the enemies move and you aimed at a specific enemy, you just get screwed, because then it's like, okay, well, it's in a line, but the line could be somewhere else now. It's the same thing with the Webley line, honestly, because the circle could look nice from the beginning of the battle, but if they move, which you have no control over, well, the circle's gonna only get one thing or two things, so... It's why I usually don't use it all that much. My plan of action in terms of what I'm gonna use for spells is I'm gonna keep trying to work Fina on, like, a wide variety of different spells. And basically I want her to start working on trying to get, like, Wevlum, or not Electrolum, Electrum, and that sort of stuff. Because once she gets that stuff, I can basically just have Aka use, like, Pyrum or Pyrulen or something like that. And then Fina can follow it up by using a spell that the enemies are weak to, essentially. So, like, if they're weak to... Here's Esperanza, by the way. If they're weak to Electri, I can just use Electrum on them. If they're weak to Webley, I can use Wevlum. For the purpose of hitting them single target, not for the purpose of hitting them multi-target, but... just to hit them single target with something that they're the weakest to. Especially now that I have that accessory that increases her will so much, we're definitely going to want to try to have her use magic like every turn, if possible. Excuse me. But of course we're going to need spells to do that, so we just got to get those. You know what, let me back up a little. So we can get in. This place looks like an old fortress. Like a really old fortress, like Brabham and Ismail kind of fortress. Does anyone live here, or... Yeah, so the sky rift that he's talking about is the one that we've been seeing across the sky on the east side of the entire world, that dark sky, so... And even with the Delphinus, we don't have something that can go through that at the moment, so... Well, I mean, these people here in Esperanza, if there's people here, they live the closest to the rift out of anyone in the world other than, you know, Yafutoma. Obviously, we can't ask them, but maybe the people here will be able to tell us. Yeah, I can see that. Probably not a good idea, yeah. A little tickle. Well, we'll see what we can do. Enrique, you just take 5. I think he actually... Oh, no, he doesn't leave your party. Vice and Aka go look while Enrique and Fina stay here. They're functionally in your party, but, like, they're still just staying here. So, you know what? Let's use a few of those Sacred Crystals since I have the Sacralin ones now. I don't think we're going to need them. Or should I use just magic and then use magic droplets? I hit the mic stand again, my bad. Maybe I'll just use magic and magic droplets because we have, like, 34 of those, so... you can get a Sacred. And then you give yourself a Sacred. There we go. And then this. Now I don't have to rest at the inn, even though I probably just spent a decent chunk of money doing that. Oh yeah, people do live here, because here's a gent that lives here. Degenerate Ex-Valuin Soldier. That's quite a title you've made for yourself, sir. Oh, okay. And then they hit a brick wall when, you know... Yeah, the Dark Rift. That's the name of the Sky Rift on the east side of the world there, the Dark Rift. So this place is really... Yeah, I was going to say, you're not really in good shape, are you? Considering Valua just kind of threw you to the wolves after they realized they couldn't get anywhere else. That sucks. Poor puppy. I gotta give him a friend. Let him go on the ship and hang out with Pow. What's up, sir? I am trying to get to the east, yeah. Okay, well, he might not know anything. But let's keep looking around. I'm sure we'll figure something out. I hope. I feel bad for that dog, I'll be honest. Just watching him, like, slowly wander around, it's just like, oh, man. Should take him with me so that he's not so down on his luck, you know? Then again, that's just me and my bleeding heart talking. I have a bleeding heart for animals in distress. It's just something... It's just a part of me, and I don't think it's ever going to change, so... no treasures around there. Let's see if they've got any shops or anything here. They might. And those shops might have some upgrades, but I don't know. Hey there. Yeah, we were hoping, yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna guess, yeah, it didn't really work out. Sorry to hear that. Well, you could always, you know, get up. Well, okay, probably not a good idea to get enough money to get out of here, but... Oh, well, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, too. Well, I hate to say it, but we're about to be just as foolish. Oh, boy. Yeah. Yeah, it looks very evil. Oh, yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. I would definitely get a bit disoriented if the compass doesn't work. Wonder if we can get some, like, prism stones or something so we can keep track of where we can go if we get in there. I mean, it could just be because the Dark Rift is essentially just an existential void where all of their fears manifest. That would be an interesting turn. It does kind of remind me of something like that, though. It doesn't really just look like pure darkness. It's like things don't belong here when you get to the Dark Rift, essentially, so. 280 gold, man. You guys really have nothing here if you got to charge that much. Yeah, I might change my mind later. Sorry, I just don't need an inn right now. It's a subspace, or a black hole, yeah, something like that. Well, we're gonna find out, because the plan is to go in there, so... Well, this place looks fancy. Oh, I was gonna say, what did I just do? I hit a lever without knowing what it did. So, oh. Okay. Hey, big guy, is this your, oh. 3 value in uniforms, great. How good is that? Not very good. It's... Actually, I think we bought some of those earlier in the game, so I guess they just give them to you so you can sell them? Whatever. Is this your perch, sir? Oh, yeah. I mean, if they fortified the lighthouse, I would imagine, yeah. Yeah, they do say use it or lose it, so... Just watch the... It looks like there's broken glass on it there. You might want to watch your hands, man. I wouldn't say that about yourself. That seems self-deprecating to the point of being mean to yourself, which is probably not good. Well, let's go check out the lighthouse while we're up here. It might be where we need to go, but I forget, so we'll find out when we go up there. Yeah, this place is pretty bleak, in case it wasn't immediately obvious from the atmosphere here. Not a whole lot of people... I mean, it sounds like a fancy town at first, glance, like Esperanza. It sounds like the kind of place that would have, like, its own renaissance of some kind, but... Oop, there's a moonfish. But, yeah, no, this place is far from the renaissance of the old days. Yeah, we probably shouldn't try to fire it, then. Where are the moonfish here, anyway? Sometimes it's really hard to not be mean to yourself. You should know. Problems with therapy's not really managed to help. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I understand in a way because, like, self-deprecating humor is one thing, but sometimes you go a little far with it to the point where you actually, like, deprecate yourself too far, So, I understand. I don't know. I try to be self-deprecating in a way where I'm, like, not actively being self-destructive, I guess. So, because it doesn't help you to be humorous if the humor is at the expense of your own livelihood or self or anything to that effect, So, it isn't humor for you, you're just used to disappointment and being put down. Yeah, no, the world isn't exactly helping you with that one right around now. Sorry to say. But, yeah, I get it. It's hard not to be self-destructive at that point, yeah. Yeah, I understand. It's just the way some things happen, unfortunately. Once I figure out exactly how to beat the self-deprecation to the point of self-destruction thing, I'll let you know. Because, I mean, I try, but that doesn't mean that I'm, like, 110% over everything to the point where I'm not overly self-deprecative, Yeah, well, that's a little hard because I'm an air pirate, so... Wonder if we should take them back to where their old homes used to be. Probably not a bad idea. Alright. What is in here? Looks like a barracks of some kind, judging by the double doors and the supplies, I guess. Oh, it's a tavern. Okay, they repurposed it. Oh. Yeah, a lot of people said that, but, Oh my god, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, too. Well, I mean, again, we have enough room on our ship. We could just take you back there. It sounds fancy, whatever it means. Hope. Yeah, that's great. The irony is not lost on me, Mr. Former Sailor. Yeah. People who frequent here know that you're insane. Now you have a taste as to why. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. It's okay. It's like you always say, embrace chaos, right? Sometimes it's just easier to be chaotic. Moonfish? Hello? Ah, there you are. And I think there's a cham in this city too, isn't there? Let me see. We got the one on the deck in the Delphinus. We got the one in Nazarad Ruins. Below the ladder... Boy, that's not really descriptive at all. There are a lot of ladders, as it turns out, in Esperanza. Oh, boy. Sure, I'll take a look at your wares. Why not? Let's see what you've got, Mr. Desert Merchant. Okay, an Admiral Cutlass and a Wing of Hope. Those aren't too bad. A little bit of an upgrade. I mean, I've got a little bit of money, so I probably could buy it. Decat's Tunic. And I think that's kind of like the green magic one that was back on Sailor's Island, except it's 20% for blue magic, so... It's battle-worn armor. That Miracle Robe is really nice for Fina. So, yeah, adapt and overcome. That's the idea, yep. You're going to give me Vigoro's idea of a fashion statement? Okay. Let's see. So Eika's always going to have, like, every accessory is going to look better stats-wise for her because the Warrior's Heart doesn't give stats, unfortunately. So, I mean, it would probably be pretty broken if it did give stats because of how powerful it is. So, I guess if you didn't buy the stuff back in Nazareth's Ruins, you could buy it here. So, the Emerald Cutlass isn't a bad purchase, I don't think. I might buy the Battle-Worn Armor and the Miracle Robe, too. I'm definitely going to buy this, because that's a very large upgrade to what Fina's got. So, I mean, I guess it's not bad for Eika either, considering. But I did just buy a naval uniform for her, so let's wait on that. We didn't buy anything for Fina, so we'll give her this for now. And then, I just bought something for Vice, too, so maybe I should wait on that. Let's see. Yeah, I'll buy the Admiral Cutlass and the Wing of Hope. We have enough money. Yeah, as you can see, our money, the fact that we had so much of it, all of a sudden, now, it's like, where did it all go? Well, I'll tell you where it all went. We needed to spend it, so we're back down to being a little more poor than we used to be. That's okay, though. It's good that money actually goes in this game, because sometimes you play RPGs and it's like, the money just sort of flows in and there's nothing really to spend it on after a while, so I'm glad that it actually goes someplace. Alright, let's get rid of that. These are all good for now. Probably keep the Warrior's Rune just in case. And I think that's it. You are welcome. Go spread the money around. Alright, so now we gotta listen for a cham sound at one of the ladders. I don't remember which ladder or where it is, but I do see the treasure over here. Oh, there's a moonberry there. Okay, I think that means we have enough to get Enrique's second super move, actually, which is very poignant because I wanted to go back and fight Piastol after going here anyway. And this move will help us quite a bit in that fight because it creates a defensive barrier for one turn that reduces the physical damage that you take on that turn by 50%. It is a Justice Shield. It also has, like, one of the most obnoxiously loud sound effects associated with it in the game, so I may even skip over this one, even in boss battles, because of how loud it is. I will demonstrate it later, but, like, it's really loud. It's essentially, like, Delta Shield-ish. It's probably the closest thing to a physical version of Delta Shield. Skull Shield is also kind of like it, but it's only concerned with actual regular attacks, Skull Shield. As for Justice Shield, it doesn't have the added effect of counterattacks, but it also is effective with super moves. So, like, if a super move is physical in nature, it still reduces the damage by half, which is quite nice. It's probably what you're going to be doing with Enrique most of the time when you're fighting with him, so yeah, there you go. Well, it's not down here. I wonder if the ladder is over by the lighthouse? Maybe. Let's go see. I don't hear anything. Alright, well, I don't know where this one is specifically. And to be fair, I'm almost at the point where I'm low on time anyway, so I guess I can, like, actually look up the definitive location of this cham, and we can have a rest in this desolate town. And ideally, well, we haven't really had any luck finding anybody who knows how to get through the Dark Rift, but maybe if we take another, once look around town. Oh, it's probably below this ladder, isn't it, the cham? Yeah. So, I'll go get it, and then we'll call it a day. I was about to do my little outro, but since I'm right here anyway, I might as well do it. Yep, it's right here-ish. Nope. Not there, Vice. Let's see. There we go. Got it. Cool. I forget if going in here actually activates the next sequence of story events. It might. Like, once you find the person to talk to that tells you how to get through the Dark Rift, it might just activate the next sequence, so I don't think I want to go in here just yet. I do want to give people all of those gems that we got, though. How many do we have left now to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, and then Cupid will take on the form that I actually want it to take on for the rest of the game. That's cool. Yeah, so instead of going in there and potentially activating the next sequence of story events, let's go rest at the inn, and then we will explore the remainder of the desolate town of Esperanza. A little bit of lost hope here, but maybe we'll find some on the next episode of Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition, which will be happening early next week at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Not sure yet if I'm going to do it on Sunday or Monday yet. Monday is Memorial Day, so I don't know. I feel like a lot of people will be streaming on Memorial Day, and that'll mean the servers will be full to bursting, which may... Well, really, this whole weekend's going to be like that, so I don't know. I'll figure it out, and I'll let you all know. Because I'll post the schedule up tomorrow at about 7 or 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, yeah, we'll see if how that works out at that point. Also, if you would like to see if my story that I was talking about, my microfiction writing prompt submission gets read, Tale Foundry is doing their stream tomorrow. I think it's at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, if I recall correctly. I'm probably not going to be able to even go because I got a few things to do this weekend, but we'll see. I'll let y'all know. In any case, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I will see all of you on the next one, which will be early next week at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. The Delphinus is worth 11 million gold now. Are we sure we need to go looking for the other 4 moon crystals? Because, I mean, we could just, like, well, I don't know if I want to sell the Delphinus. I'd probably want to, if we were going to do that, we'd probably want to turn it into scrap so that Valua couldn't use it. But I could very comfortably retire for the rest of my life at Crescent Isle with 11 million gold. What would I even spend that on? I don't even know. You probably wouldn't be able to run through 11 million gold even in the late game in this game. Oh, well. We'll go do the hero thing because the hero thing is, you know, what we do. We're heroes. That's what we do.